affiliated. I'm affiliated. I'm affiliated. I'm affiliated.
This video is under fair use. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act in 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or purpose use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All rights and credit go directly to its rightful owners. No copyright infringement intended. Enjoy. Oh yeah, on your way out, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, man. This is the Argument League. Turn up.
Y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out to the family, man. This the boy Suave Boss snapping off entertainment, man. AOI, Argument League, SVDL, whole bunch of Black Power shit. I had a ball yesterday, man. Shout out to Bing on the track, Z on the cam. That's snapping our fam right there. Not my alternate rap name. That's my brother. Shout out to Solomon, the commissioner, Sullivan to the Bay League, man. Along with the commissionist. The commissionist. The commissioner and the commissionist. Angel. Shout out to 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 Knowledge Born Alive. Do the Knowledge Radio, man. Big Bro Knowledge Born Alive on YouTube. And shout out to the AOI, man. That is Holly Gold, man. Brandon Bay, Wicked Radical, Pro Black. Ground Zero, Hurricane Katrina, the King James 13 Anti-Bully Inc., a nonprofit organization aimed at preventing bullying by bringing awareness to it. Shout out to the judges, the peers, man, and the reason we here, man, the people, my family. I had a ball yesterday. We had a ball yesterday. We're gonna have a ball tomorrow. We're gonna have a ball a few times. That's it, man. That set the standard. That set the bar. That set the normal of what our day needs to be like. I know a lot of y'all like going out and listening to people talk filth about people, listening to people tell lies about people, being consistently wrong and never ever fucking, but we had a ball yesterday, man. They had a little bit of the messiness, right, with the Lex thing, and then Rio versus Shake Taylor, man. Shout out to 40 Cal. And that's just what it is. ARP of Rare Breed Entertainment. So Rio versus Shake went down yesterday. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for coming through. Angel, Solar, MJ, Incognito, Lima, Tanjan, Free Spirit. It was a few people. Shout out to y'all, man. Lady J 1900 _4 Life is in the building with the iconic eyes with the one ear. Yeah. But that was a day. That was a good day. That was a good day. Rio won. Solid 30. And then Solar goes live. Gives us a bonus. Great way to wrap up our night. Beautiful way to wrap up our night. Okay with that. Beautiful way to wrap up our night, man. And that's exactly what I did. And we are in the building. And I'm glad y'all was able to experience that with us. Because that's what life's supposed to be like. While everybody walking around, just finding a reason to be somebody's worst nightmare. We coming together and we supporting each other and showing love. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's about. That is what that's about. Now, Chocolate and blood. If you haven't seen it, then you need to see it. And of course, we had the, announcement that Scheme is taking down the battling series. He just had a performance on Dark Side Network, some shit like that. And he's doubling down. He's taking it serious. Yeah, Scheme versus Jay Vision, man. It's going down. And they got a little while to break. So I hope that happened and it, goes down. What? Man, what's up? Yo.
Salute.
Man, is that Clay?
You talking to me?
Yeah, oh, okay. Who is that? What's up? What's up? What's up, Nikki?
How you doing today?
I'm all right. I can't complain. How you doing today?
I am great. I just found your channel like I think a week ago. I subscribed and everybody in the chat, hit those likes, subscribe. Hit that all reminder bell for him. I like how he's laid back and chill. It's nice to find panels or channels, both like that. You get on some panels, chaos can happen, and I'm good for that. But sometimes, I like laid back talking sports type streams. So hit that like, subscribe, hit that all reminder bell, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, share it wherever you can share it. But yeah, it's Tricky Nicky, so you know.
That's what's going on, Tricky Nicky. We do appreciate your presence. Thank you for the inspiring, encouraging, beautiful words in support of the channel and the atmosphere around here. Yeah.
So what's the argument? What's the argument today?
Well, the argument today hasn't been formulated. I was just going over what we went through yesterday as far as shout out to Rio and Cozy had a battle on RB, so we was going over that. And then we had the Solar Vision Debate League interview with Scheme and myself, Suave Boss, and Blue. So we got the beef between Suave and Blue going down.
Hey, put me on cam for a second.
Okay, for sure.
Just so you can see me.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay.
Salute,
all right.
Salute everybody.
Salute to you. Salute to you.
I got a dog behind my back right now.
Let's see.
She's got to stay warm, but just so you guys know, like real deal is we can create an argument today in the Argument League. I like this channel. I like that name. I'm gonna be honest. So I got an argument for you.
Okay.
What's your name? What do I call you?
Suave. Suave Boss is my name. Yeah.
Suave?
Yep.
Suave?
Yep.
Like SUAVE?
Absolutely.
Okay. Suave.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my question.
Let's get it.
Do you think Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis without Middleton will sweep the Celtics?
Yeah. The people who regularly watch the channel, no. They're going crazy right now because they know I don't watch sports. I don't watch sports. I feel like sports is a distraction from shit that black people really need to do in real life.
Okay, so what's your argument then? See if I can come back at that.
Okay. Bet. Do you feel that black people have the privilege to participate in major sports when they lack in so many categories in real life? Poverty and owning land and home. Do you think we should be so obsessed with basketball players and participate in basketball instead of politics or economics and other things?
No, I think I would agree with you there. I think like when it comes to the NBA or Major League Baseball, I would say is kind of mixed. Hockey is all white, kind of. So you got the NBA. Football is mixed. I mean, offensive linemen usually are white guys. It's weird to me. I don't get it. But honestly, like, if you're gonna talk to me about black people that way, I'm gonna say this as a white boy.
Mhm.
I'm a little afraid sometimes. Even with cops, and I am myself personally, but it's a different fear. It's being afraid of well, am I getting a ticket? Was I speeding? So I can't even understand the feeling what most black men go through. But I think politics, with black people, they got to understand, like, and I think white people as well, you got to go through the lower levels to change this shit. You got to start with your mayor, your police chief in every city across America. That's how you got to do it. Once you do that, and if you can change that, it'll lead to higher levels. It might take years, might take decades. But it'll happen. It will happen.
So that is the argument that I'm hearing. Be involved in your local elections, your senators, your school boards, your chief of police, stuff like that.
Facts.
If there's any way to make an impact on the top, it's gonna have to start from the bottom, and it might take a minute and some resources, but you can't just yell at the top and affect it.
Well, the thing is, I think people feel like, hey, if I do this, well, it's not going to help me. But think about your kids, your grandkids.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It will change America. We're not here on this planet forever. We all know that. I'm 42. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
I'm 42 years old. I could die any minute. I could go to work tomorrow, get hit by a cement truck. You know what I'm saying? My cousin actually died from that, by the way.
I'm sorry to hear that.
But like, life isn't guaranteed. But if you want to change shit, you got to do it for the people you want to change it for. And so the only way to do that is you start at the bottom. And when you start at the bottom, those are the people that get to the top eventually, right?
Absolutely.
So you cannot just, hey, I'm going to take out this president. I'm going to take out this president and expect change. No. You got to start from the bottom and recreate the whole system. And I'm with you on this, Suave. I am with you on this because I feel like America, I love America. I won't shit on it. I won't say anything bad about it other than inflation right now. That's about my only argument, and that's killing people. Inflation is killing people right now, right? Well, if you start at the bottom and build your way up, and I'm going to say this without no disrespect, the black community I'm talking about. If they start at the bottom, start electing in their cities the people they want, start at the bottom. Don't give that white old man a fucking job just because he's white and old. Start at the bottom,
Yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, I often said that it's like we're not going to see the promised land, but if we do the work now,
the kids will, the grandchildren.
We put generations in position to actually impact and then the generations after that to actually receive the benefits from that work. So yeah, I agree with that. If you're taking a political route. to me, the political route is kind of a tricky thing. Oh, I have my echo on. That was crazy.
Hey, what
Uh,
what do you feel about? Yeah, you did have your echo on, and you said tricky. Everybody says that. That's why I named my. Well, that's why I'm Tricky Nicky.
Tricky
I guess
Nick.
I should say. But what do you feel about that Grand Rapids shooting?
It's not even.
I'm from Michigan, so I'm wondering.
Oh, that's hard. It's not. I think I may have heard about 2-3 shootings in the past week or so. Is that the one where like 10 people got hit or something like that?
No, I'm talking about the Grand Rapids shooting when the cop basically executed a black man because his taser wouldn't work. He had him on the ground. He basically shot him right in the head.
Right in the back of the head.
Yep.
Had him on the
Yep.
Yeah.
And you got Grand Rapids police sitting there basically saying, it's an investigation. We're gonna handle it. We're gonna look through the facts. It doesn't take fucking months to look through it. He's got body cam on. He's got all this on. It's on video. Neighbors recorded it. Like, stop that shit. Put that motherfucker in jail right now. Don't put him on administrative leave with pay. Like, come on. Be real.
Yeah, well, obviously when they say, well, we're looking into it, they're looking to cover it up. They're looking to say, hey, how can we get as much as this off of you and on to maybe his criminal past or something like that? And then if you do got to take a hit, what situation can we get you in where it's like you paid your price, but you're not locked up for 10 years, this, that, and the other. The shootings have gotten so everywhere to me.
Well, no, listen. Here's another example I'll give you. Like, so a cop shoots a white 12-year-old boy in the back. Knows he's not armed. That motherfucker's on trial for murder right now. Right? But a cop in Grand Rapids, Michigan can shoot a black man in the back of the head while he has him on the ground. And we got to investigate?
And we got to investigate.
Really? Think about that. Let's be real. Like I don't like it when things aren't equal.
That's a fact.
It's got to be. It's like when a ref in basketball calls a play a certain way, and then the next play down on the court, they don't make that call. I don't like it, right? So in real life, though, and you're talking life or death. So when a white kid, a 12-year-old boy, which brought a gun, his parents, shame on his parents, brings a gun, shoots at police, but it wasn't even him that shot at police, right? But he was with a friend that did. And then a cop shoots him in the back. He goes on trial for murder because it's a white 12-year-old boy. What about that 13-year-old black kid? What happened to that cop? Nothing.
Yeah.
What's going on in Grand Rapids right now? Like, is basically borderline disgusting because it's. I'm sorry. I understand. Maybe he could go for your weapon, but you basically executed him. He could have got off of him anytime, shot him in the leg. But no, he said, I'm going to put a bullet in the back of your head while I have you on the ground pinned. It's execution, man. That dude needs to be on trial for murder. Spend the rest of his days in prison.
It might end up there, right? It might end up there. They say they're doing an investigation, this, that, and the other, but we've seen the plethora of examples where they get off. Oh, it was self-defense. Oh, it was necessary violence, this, that, and the other. Salute to you. Yeah, so it's just we've seen amounts of cases that just, like you said, unfairly went without the proper investigation and the proper expression of the facts, there's no reason to shoot a man in the back of the head when you got him on the ground.
But my point is, Suave,
Mm-hmm.
my point really is that's the police department. So if you got a police chief elected and you got, say, a sheriff elected, that's why you got to start from the bottom up. Because if it's happening right there, it's going to happen in Congress, in the Senate. It's going to happen everywhere. That's my point. You got some real crooks out there running this country right now.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that. That would have helped if the chief of police, was someone representative wise of the black community that is present there. Things could go different. I can't kick that wall. But are the numbers there? Are the numbers there? Because I don't see any places where there aren't a white population of people who votes the black people will need to actually make an impact.
And I'm going to make a statement, though, and don't take offense, but, white people deal with that, too. Mm-hmm. Like, we're dealing with the same issues. It's basically, we don't go through the fear, though. We don't have the fear. You know what I mean? Like I brought up earlier. I'm like, if I'm getting pulled over, I'm afraid of getting a ticket. Yeah. I'm not afraid of getting shot in the back of the head. But maybe that's my community. So, but I'm saying, like, it's different in every community, and it happens.
Yeah.
And it's not media likes to show that. And, they should, though. They should show it, but they should show everything, not just some things, And, but yeah, like, that Grand Rapids officer, it's been like a month now. I think his name was Jake Kwan or something. He was 27 years old or something. He didn't have any felonies, I don't believe. Never been. I think he had a warrant, active warrant, is why they were going after him. But to have a guy pinned on the ground and then your taser's not working because he's resisting, right? Mm-hmm. Who cares if he's resisting? Let him run. Pick him up another day. Who cares, right? But no, the officer had to go, no, I'm going to pin him on the ground, and once my taser didn't work, I'm going to put a bullet in his head and end his life. He's not judge. He's not God.
Was that the official statement he put out? His taser malfunction?
No, he shot his taser twice, but the guy was grabbing at his taser, so it didn't work. You know what I mean? He kept missing. And so eventually he gets him to the ground, grappling and wrestling, and he's literally like on his back, and the dude is on the ground, and he just reaches for his gun to end the fight. Either he was tired or not. It's not an excuse. And puts a bullet in his back of his head. Kills him. That's execution. Think about that. You need to look that up at Grand Rapids.
And did they give a
No, it's still under investigation.
Wow.
That should be straight up. He's probably still getting paid today, that police officer. That should be brought up, because the reason it should be brought up is because he should have been arrested that day after killing him. He should have been in handcuffs himself. I was a former corrections officer, right? No, I was. And I served in the Navy and all that. But what I would have done if I was in a situation like that, I probably would have let the dude just run. called for backup. Maybe we can find him, get the canine in. But I ain't shooting him in the head. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And if he gets away and he's on the run for 340, it wasn't even a traffic stop that was worthy. It wasn't like he went out and he was a mass murderer. The dude in Grand Rapids literally just had a warrant. I think it was a basic warrant. Like I think it was a felony warrant, but it was a warrant where he didn't create harm to people. It was just, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't a violent warrant. You couldn't consider the guy armed and dangerous. Think about that. And then you're gonna shoot him? Really? You're gonna end his life? End his life? Imagine, imagine that. Imagine me as a white person. I'm down in Detroit, Michigan, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to a Lions game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then a black officer pulls me over because I have a warrant for a felony warrant, say, for failure to pay child support, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so now it's a felony warrant, but you're going to shoot me in the back of the head? I don't think a black officer would do that to me because I'm a white boy, right? I get the hypocrisy. It's like, I don't like it.
If this is the shooting of Patrick Leola,
yeah, that's his name. That's his name.
They said this was a traffic stop because his license plate didn't match.
Yes, stolen license plate.
Yeah, so it wasn't even like a felony warrant. Like he just had
but he did have warrants
on his car.
He had warrants, and that's how they're trying to justify it because he did have warrants, but they did originally pull him over for that. Yes, you're right.
And they said within minutes he was dead.
Did you watch the video?
Yeah, I saw the video weeks ago. I've stopped watching those videos last year.
But that's my point. Like, you got to elect from the bottom up.
Yeah.
You want change? You can't make change going, hey, I'm going to change the president of the United States. The only way you can change anything right now, the only way any of us can, is if we go to our city council and we elect from the bottom up.
Yeah, you got to go with the numbers. I've lost hope in the voting system. Like I said, I know it's just certain strings that get pulled every time. Unless we really go with them numbers, unless we concentrate our numbers in the area and we agree to represent ourselves as a certain group of people, there's just always something, a trigger able to be pulled and say, well, funding, they got redlining and what was it, gerrymandering and all of that. So can people get the numbers to actually impact the local elections? And then should we be scattered trying to do that? Should there be an agreed county or an agreed city or state that people move to who want to make that local difference?
Hey, you guys in the chat, hit that like, subscribe. The Argument League, up and coming. Hit it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's just hard for me to have faith in the election system, man.
Me too, because no, I agree. We can get off that topic. What else do you want to talk about?
Man, is the earth flat?
I'm not Kyrie Irving. I'm not Kyrie Irving. No, it's round. I think satellite images show us that. If I was Christopher Columbus back in the day, I might believe that, but sorry, I'm pretty sure everything is a sun flat. You know what I mean? Everything's round. It's a circle. It's a round ball.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm glad you passed that. Glad you got the right answer on that one.
Fucking Kyrie Irving, though, don't have that answer. Can you relay that to him from Tricky Necky?
Yeah, you might say it before I do, man. But yeah, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Tricky Nicky is in the building. Y'all represent, man. Shout out to him.
Hey, I never even been on this show before, and you're probably skeptical, but I'm chill until I get a few too many in me.
As expected. I've always have a line. I mean, as a black man, I know there's a comfort level when talking to non-blacks, and it's like if you let people get too comfortable, some joke is gonna be said or something stupid is gonna be said. Maybe we do have that defense up for that, but I don't like to make a habit of just having my walls, being all super over defensive. Nah,
Right.
man, you seem cool. My worry is people jumping on the panel and fucking pouring bombing me. You cut your camera on, you got your clothes on, we fine.
Are you rated R or no?
Man, it just goes real bad. It just goes real bad, man. People who come through this mug and just pouring bomb you, cut their camera on naked and shit. But yeah, no, you're fine. You're absolutely fine, man. We in the building. We had a nice conversation. I do appreciate your presence. And wish I was more of a sports fan for you, but I absolutely am disgusted.
No, man. I like debating politics. I like debating what's going on in America. I love, and I wouldn't even call it debate. I don't think there is any debate what needs to change. Honestly, I think it goes for all races,
Mhm.
whether it's black, white, Hispanic, Asian. Like we're seeing Asian hate crimes rise in America. Like I look at all this, but when it comes to police, I just have a different outlook because I'm like, as a white guy, I'm like, man, I'm afraid of a ticket, and these guys are afraid of getting killed. I see it. I don't know if it's the media only showing it. I know there's a lot of white guys that get killed.
Uh-huh.
Media don't show
Yeah.
it. But I also know when the media does show it, the officer usually 90% of the time is at fault. Just like in Grand Rapids. Usually. Just look at, I rest in peace George Floyd, but like shit like that. I hope Derek Chauvin gets raped in prison.
I hear that. I hear that.
No, I seriously hope Derek Chauvin.
Mhm.
It's okay if I'm smoking.
Yeah.
I hope he gets raped in prison so hard. I hope the biggest black man in there and white man just rape him. Cause the justice system basically said, hey, it's okay to put your knee on a person's neck for over 7 minutes and kill a guy. I don't care what his crimes were. You arrest a guy, you cuff him, and you put him in the squad car, right?
Mhm.
You don't kill him. You're not judge. You're not trial. You're not jury. And I just hope. I hope Derek Chauvin, because he only got, I think, 20 years? So he'll be out as a 55-year-old man. It's not fair. So I hope he gets butt raped every day.
Every day.
Every day.
That's what's up. Will, what do you think about Ukraine and Russia? Let's talk about that.
Ukraine?
Yeah.
Okay. I can talk about that. I've been following that. I think Putin needs to back off. He just pulled out from NATO with his gas thing, but he doesn't realize. See, America's being weak right now because if we had Trump, and I'm not saying I'm a Trump supporter, which I am though, but I'm saying some of the policies he has with Donald Trump having that pipeline open, creating a wall. I agree on those things. Like, this is our community. This is our America, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And Biden just opened border policy, shutting the pipeline down, gives us all the reason to basically have nothing. And it's only hurting us, right? Am I right on that? It's only hurting us. It's hurting all of us. And I go to the gas. I drive a Ford F-250 pickup truck. And it takes me almost $200 to fill it up. Think about that.
Wow.
It used to take me like $80. But my point is, with Ukraine, with Russia shutting off, or basically telling, what was it, Sweden and Poland, I think he said, hey, we're not going to supply gas. But America is still buying all this oil from Russia. Why? When we can provide for ourselves without dealing with inflation, because Biden is our president, right? That's his policy. I don't agree with it. And my older brother brought up a good point. He said, he goes, it doesn't matter if we provide our own oil. We can stop it, right? Like Biden wants to. We can go green. But the point is, the rest of the world won't. So what does it matter? How does that affect climate change if the rest of the world won't? They worried about climate change, not worried about people like us. And they got a supply that will last hundreds of years in America, and they won't even tap into it. That is a Democrat, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think the oil is a problem to them. It's a problem to us. They're not worried about oil. They're worried.
Yeah, it's a problem to us because of what Biden did, though, right?
Yeah.
Like, if he kept the Keystone Pipeline going, we'd be sufficient right now, right? We'd be set.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be buying from Russia like Trump had it. We weren't buying from them. But if you want to go to Ukraine right now, like, I just feel bad for the families there, the kids there. Like in Mariupol, Ukraine. You got Kiev. You got the Mariupol steel plant I was just watching earlier. And, you got guys and kids and soldiers, civilians wearing army gear, trying to defend their country. Like imagine that. Like, see, I look at it different than most people because I'm like, well, I'm an American. Am I supposed to feel safe? No. Imagine that coming home to us. And then, Swab, you and I, we're not Army sergeants. We're not Marines. We're not Navy SEALs. Yes, I was in the Navy, but I was an aviation mechanic, right? So imagine us basically putting on gear, grabbing guns, and trying to defend our country. That's what Ukraine is going through. And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. Because what breaks my heart the most, though, is Putin killing little kids and civilians. That's what breaks my heart.
Do you ever see that reaching our lands? Do you see war in American streets?
I think we're starting to see it right now. I think
Really,
we are. I think what's going on right now, and I'm going to be real about this. I think we're starting to see the beginning of another civil war. I think the media wants it. I think the higher ups, the government want it. But I think the people, actually, the people like me and you, we're smarter than that. And we recognize it. So I think if there's any type of war in the streets in America, unless it's war outside, like if we're facing Russia or China or something like that, I think the real war that's happening right now is the people versus American government. I think that's the real war. And they know that, and that's why they want us to fight each other. That's why the media is showing it. I ain't doing it. I'm sorry. If there's a war going on in America, I'll tell you this right now. And, you know, I come from a small community, maybe 5,000 people live here.
Wow.
And, but we have all-star, like I was just at my daughter's dance recital. There was a little black boy, right? Motherfucker could dance. Wow. And he was 4 years old. 4. My daughter's 6. I went there because my daughter was 6, right? But I'm saying basically, like, I'm seeing the black community move into my small community. It used to always only be white, right? So when I watch them move in, like, I was at Walmart, I think it was a month and a half ago, and I don't like saying this, like don't get me wrong. I don't know how to say it. You could correct me, but like the dad was standing outside with his daughter and his other younger daughter. It was African American black man and his daughters. And from a white community, I'm walking into Walmart. She comes up to me, not even afraid of me, right? And she shouldn't have been, because I had my 2 boys and my daughter with me. And she goes, "Would you like to buy something that's going to charity to help this?" And I'm like, "Honey, I'll hit you on the way out." That's exactly what I said to her. I said, "Honey, I'll hit you on the way out." I came out, right? And I'm like, I looked at her and I said, "I told you I would buy something." I go, "How much is it?" So a $2 pack of Twizzlers cost me $20. I bought 2 and gave $40. The reason is because you know, you don't know what people are going through. And when it's for charity and they're outside of Walmart, obviously they had their permission. So I knew it was going somewhere good. And if that's the type of people that come in my community, black, white, Asian, doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to me. Like I said, I was in the Navy and some of my best friends were actually black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I hate it when the media comes out there, they put this narrative on, like we're not grown up enough to understand what's going on. I hate that. Pisses me off. Because I think every American is feeling the pressure right now. My heart goes out to them. But the bottom line is, we know what we need to do. You get the crooks out. You start from the bottom. Get them out. And it might not help us, me and you. It will when we're in our late 70s and 80s. But it's going to help out generations that follow.
It's going to give the kids a chance, a better position on not falling into the criminal life.
Facts.
Being dissuaded from going to, certain levels of life, because I think a lot of people settle and they don't look at universities or $100,000 wages or whatever it is. I think a lot of people, especially in my community, have that. They don't have that. There's no outside influence to come in and say, no, this is how you do life. There's a different regimen, a different standard of exception of what success and what we need for the rest of our life is. And so, yeah, I would support that. Like I said, it's a vote for me, but I really, in my protest, I hold my vote, feeling that other people hold their vote, and they say what's wrong. They say, well, we don't like any of the options. Yeah, we could start from the ground up. Yeah, that's gonna take some time. Yeah, but we need to use more. We need to exhaust our resources. We need to exhaust our resources. So I wouldn't mind focusing on local elections, lower elections. But like I say, the numbers is a concern to me because I don't see us concentrated deep enough. And that's just it. And I love that you're able to come up and express yourself. But let's be honest, a lot of white people aren't going to do this. They aren't going to do this. They aren't going to allow us to come in and pick their brain and hold them to a standard. Do you want things better in the black community? Yeah, okay then. So even in the places like you live in a white community, but you're in a county that has a black community. So even if it's not right outside your door, would you like to appreciate seeing a better standard of life and not just criminalizing, or regulating the criminalizing of black culture, black men?
One thing I will say, like, it started with me, like, as a white person, as a kid in high school. I went junior high, and I played football. I was basically a running back. I'm not very big, but I was a running back, and I would punt return and kick return. And we had this one guy on our team, JJ. He was black. It was different to me. That motherfucker got accepted with open arms by all of us. All of us. Not because he was good. He didn't play much. We accepted him. And he accepted us. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like we're accepting a puppy. It was like, he was just one of the guys in the locker room.
That cultural border wasn't there. It just wasn't there.
It wasn't there for me at an early age. And then when I went to the Navy, like Mena, his name was Mena. I give respect to Mena. He was our APOC, we called him. He would be the guy calling the cadence. He'd be like, give me a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd be marching to that shit. And he was one of my best friends too. And it's not like I gravitate towards the black race or the white race. It's just personality. Yeah. So I could have this white friend that's robbing banks, right? I can have this black friend that's opening a restaurant. Who am I going to hang out with? Who? Do I want prison or do I want to work hard and help out my brother? And that's the way people should feel about each other. Doesn't matter color of skin. Doesn't matter at all.
And I think individually that's the way it go. I think the more racist discussion come in groups, right? When they're talking about more group things, like more group societal standards. Do white people want black people coming to their parks? Coming to, let's go old school. There's swimming pools. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. How does the group what white people like feel about. Yeah, well, hey, if this just becomes, less representative of me, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. And I'm not putting it on you like you're white. Answer for all white people. No, I'm just noticing as the group thing. Like if you have a discussion with it, it's very rarely where a white person say,
Hold
yeah.
on one second. Hold on one second.
Go ahead.
So I made the mistake. I didn't like the video yet, but I was already subscribed. In the chat, we got 13 watching right now. Hit those likes. We only got 7 right now. Come on, get it up. Get this out there. Get the platform out there for him. He deserves it. Suave seems like a straight up legit guy. I like him a lot. Get those likes up. This is Tricky Nicky. I actually come from a panel, and I talk to black people all the time. It's New York, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. So, but outskirts of it. So I'm a Lions fan, but I'm a Knicks fan. And that's my name, Tricky Nicky. But my point is, I want all these people in the chat, hit that like button.
Well, you got to understand, I got haters too. I got haters. So, like the people in the chat that's talking.
Yeah, they're haters. I ignore it.
It's probably the 7 people. No, the people talking, those are my family. That's the family. But there's people that just watch. They won't comment.
There's a couple of people in here hating, though.
Yeah, they won't comment. They won't hit the like, but they'll come over here and watch. And then they'll do videos later trying to...
views matter too, though.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I don't know, it's like it's a love-hate relationship. They know they got to watch me.
But what I'm going to say, like, I come from a platform, Nothing But Knicks, where there's, man, like 2 million subscribers. So I get on a show, I'm used to seeing the chat just blow, like it's just going.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm here, brother. I'm here for you, and I love these talks. Sometimes, see, when I first subscribed, I was watching you, and I was like, I'm watching, and I'm like, the Argument League. What is this? I don't know why YouTube popped it up on my channel to begin with. Like, why am I here? Like, why am I seeing you? And I watched it. I subscribed, and about 2 weeks later, here I am.
That's hard.
Here I am, right here on your show.
Yeah.
So
the Argument League is a channel based off of a debate league. I'm in the debate league, Solar Vision Debate League, and we're in the playoffs right now.
So I want to debate you on something. If you can go sports.
Yeah, I'll debate sports. I just don't participate in it.
Who's the GOAT of basketball?
Michael Jordan. Stop it.
Thank you. No, you ended it. Who's the GOAT of football?
Walter Payton.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. When you have to go by position though, like who's the greatest QB? Like can you match it?
No. You got to say the GOAT of the sport.
Of the whole sport.
Don't do it. Don't. You're gonna do it. I know you're gonna do it. You're gonna piss me off.
No. But that probably would have. But honestly, with my limited...
Hey, with Walter Payton though, I will say this. I'm from Michigan. Barry Sanders was more GOAT than him. So, in my opinion, Tom Brady winning that many Super Bowls, going to that many Super Bowls, unheard of. You'll never see it again.
How many did he win?
He won 7.
Oh, and who's next? Who's close second?
He's still playing. He's at the age of 43 and he's playing. If he wins 8, the closest to him, you got Tom Brady at 7 Super Bowls. Joe Montana with 4.
Whoa, Joe Montana. That's a gap. That's a long time ago. Okay.
Well, I'm old.
Yeah, the only reason I know like Michael Jordan because I actually did that debate last year.
No, Michael Jordan is the GOAT of basketball.
I haven't weighed up the stats for football.
Okay, so hockey. Who's the GOAT?
Wayne Gretzky. Man.
Okay, you answered that. I got a pass. Baseball. Who is the GOAT?
Oh, Sammy Sosa. The Michael Jackson of baseball. Sammy Sosa.
Really? I can't even believe you brought his name up.
That's the wrong answer. Okay. Well, I absolutely don't watch baseball. Who's the greatest person in baseball? Is it still Babe Ruth? Who's the greatest person in baseball? I'm
gonna say
Nolan
here,
Ryan.
let you
I want
ponder.
to go with Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan?
Nolan
I
Ryan.
know he had that hand thing, but you're gonna go with Nolan Ryan?
Yeah, the big hurt, Barry. Somebody said Jackie Robinson.
MJ just said it in the chat.
Jackie Robinson.
Yep.
Oh, we mess with him, Jake. Jack Robinson. Okay.
So who's the best player? I'll get one more question. One more sports question.
Let's go.
Who is actually I got 2, okay?
All right.
So who's the best NASCAR driver ever?
Dale Earnhardt. Dale Earnhardt.
He's right.
Man.
Who is the best?
Hey,
Here's my last question.
Okay, bet. And then
WWE superstar of all time.
Stone Cold Steve Austin, the most. Man, come on, man.
Man, Stone Cold Steve Austin would be drinking beers, but you're wrong on that one.
Okay. Let me see. Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Did it be Hulk Hogan?
Yes, and the only reason I'm saying it is because I think he made WWF possible to be WWE. He was the guy that created everything. It's kind of like Babe Ruth in baseball, but yes, Jackie Robinson was the best in baseball.
Okay, bet.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you some questions. All right. How many questions was that? He asked me 5 sports questions.
Yeah, Ric
Okay,
Flair.
bet.
Woo!
Okay, bet. Who is the best rapper of all time?
Tupac Shakur.
Okay. You got that right. That's correct. Statistically. Okay.
Well, no. You ever hear his song "So Many Tears"? That's like one of my favorites.
There's so many tears. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Who's the best beatboxer in the world?
Beatboxer? I don't know what you mean by that. See, I'm white.
Whoa, okay. He gonna say wrong. Tupac was the right answer. He said Tupac Shakur. Yeah, you gotta understand. Okay.
It's Tupac Shakur.
Yeah. Okay.
He should never got killed. I wish he was rapping today with Snoop.
With Snoop?
You know, you got Dr. Dre out there, and you got Snoop Dogg, and I'm watching all these little Akon and you got all these rappers that are coming out. It's not the same rap. It's different from my day. When I grew up in the 90s, I literally had my Pontiac Sunfire, moonroof open, fucking Sunfire GT it was. And I'm literally got my bass pounding. I had a 15-inch JBL subwoofer in the back. And I'm like banging on Dr. Dre and all that and Tupac. Sorry. And Snoop. Those guys are legends. Notorious B.I.G. is another one.
The Notorious B.I.G. That was standard. Yeah. Biz Markie was the best beatboxer.
I don't know that. I don't know what you mean by beatboxer. Though.
People who make music with their mouths.
I know.
People who make music with their mouths.
Okay, so
yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, no, I can't even answer that one. That's a hard question. Don't ask
that's
me
a
that
hard one.
again.
Okay, bet. Greatest boxer of all time.
Mike Tyson.
Michael Tyson. That's the man right there. And he's
Mike
still
Tyson. I don't care if he lost to Buster Douglas. I don't care if they put him in prison. You know, and then, but you got to look at his afterlife. Like, he's a legit dude. Like, he's making the best of his situation. But when Mike Tyson was young, that was the scariest motherfucker of all time. And you could make a case for Muhammad Ali, but Mike Tyson was the guy you knew you got in the ring with, was the guy that was going to put you to the ground in round 1 or 2. It would happen.
It was just
knockout.
How is he gonna whoop your ass? You know he gonna whoop you. Just how is he gonna whoop you?
Right.
That's
It's like Peter McNeely. Remember Peter McNeely?
No.
Peter McNeely, after Tyson got out of prison, fought Tyson. He was the first fight Tyson fought after he got out of prison. And Peter McNeely just got his ass knocked out in the first round. But my favorite fight of Tyson all time, Mike Tyson, was Michael Spinks. That was crazy.
That was awesome.
I'm a Tyson fan. I'm sorry. I like Mike Tyson. You guys can disagree. Maybe Muhammad Ali, George Foreman. Go wherever you want. I'm just saying, Mike Tyson, that was the guy that, as a kid growing up, I mean, I had a Nintendo. I had Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, you know? So, but that was the guy I followed. But that guy literally, like, would cook you. Like, I watched that guy to see him destroy as a kid, as a 10-year-old boy. I'm watching this guy kill people, and I thought it was cool. It was my Call of Duty, you know.
Okay, bet. Next question. Greatest political revolutionary of all time.
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King was the man. He got it sold up. He the king.
Martin Luther King. And I will add to that, though. That movie with Denzel.
X.
That movie with Denzel Washington.
Mm-hmm. You're not talking about X when he played Malcolm X.
The football movie.
The football movie.
Remember the Titans.
Oh. That's your shit.
But the Ali movie was really good too. And when you watch the movie, but the thing is, see, I wasn't around at the time Martin Luther King was around. Mm-hmm. But his movement, I think, was the greatest thing for America. I really do. It's like, I don't know how to describe it, because maybe because I'm white. I don't know. I'm not going to give that excuse.
Have you had that much of an in-depth conversation on it before?
Well, the thing about it with me is he started the change. Mm-hmm. And then I could also go back to who got assassinated. You know his name.
Malcolm X?
Yeah, I could go to him too. And that changed America. They went from slavery to, hey, you're going to fight in World War II, to, hey, those guys spoke up. Ali's like, I ain't going to war. You know, I know my history. So go ahead. Next question.
Greatest track and field person.
Carl Lewis.
Carl Lewis still? I thought it was you saying both. Carl Lewis still? Carl Lewis. What y'all say in the chat? Who's the greatest track and field
Carl Lewis, because he did it without steroids.
Mm. Shout out to Carl, man. Yeah, it's a Usain Bolt. That's hard. That's hard. Yeah, we miss Pac, man. We lost when Pac died. We lost one. That was. I would have loved to see an old Tupac.
Jesse Owens, that's a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going with Carl Lewis.
Snow.
Though.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my timeline.
Yeah.
And that's when I was a kid.
FloJo too. Yeah, we'd like to see all that together. That's hard. Well, I think that's 5 questions. We survived.
No, you got one more.
Oh, I got one more?
Yeah,
Ooh.
you only gave me.
Oh, what I say? Beatboxing, rap, political revolutionary, track and field, and boxer. That was 5.
Well, you got to give me a.
Make up one because you didn't know what the. Okay.
No, I didn't answer one because I couldn't do beatboxing.
Yeah, you know what beatboxing was. Okay, bet.
Yeah, I got him. See this? Everybody in the chat, hit those likes, subscribe, because Swab don't even realize where he's at right now.
No, we're at the argument league. This is a different argument league, but we're at the argument league. All right. So look, okay. 5th question. Yeah, no, I think president be too easy. I think president be too easy. I don't care about tennis.
My favorite president, honestly, was Obama.
Obama? Wow, Obama. That was the worst president of all time.
No, but I liked him because he kept everything the same for 8 years.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, it reminded me of Clinton.
It was just, everything was just cool.
Everything was cool. It was the same.
Yeah.
And then you get these tyrants in here, and everything goes up in an uproar, and like we're flip-flopping year to year. I like it. I just want America and everything to be the same. You know what I'm saying? But give me your question. Then I'm going to ask you one.
I must say, greatest. I don't even know if this is okay. Greatest terrorist of all time.
Bin Laden.
Bin Laden is bigger than Hitler?
He just cooked me, chat. He's right. I wasn't. Wow. You cooked me.
Life was this and for a second.
No, you're right.
By Hitler, that's all.
Hitler. Yes, Hitler. Man.
Okay, Bin Laden at a close second.
Why you gotta do me like that? First time on the show, you gotta cook me? Really?
It's cool. You got another question. Come on, you get to come back. You said you had another question, so let's see.
All right. So, who is the best let me get back to you for a second.
Hey man, do what you gotta do. Man, hit that like button, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Incognito in the building. Equal Biz in the building. Shout out to the sis, man. MJ, thank you, MJ, man. Big Red in the building. Say, how does Tricky Nicky doing here, man? Representing. Shout out to Natural Born. Shout out to Goldmine Tree Tribe TV. You already know, big dog. And who else we got up here? Yo, the Word Sport Battlegrounds. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. We got a event going down tomorrow. Briz Rothstein is returning to battle rap after the controversial exit that he had after a fight on stage where, hands got the throwing. Returning back to battle rap via the Word Sport Battleground. Spinny Sparks in the building. Only place you'll get that, man. Free Spirit, shout out to you. And yeah. Angel, of course. Angel, shout out to you and thanks for the support over at the battle for Rio and Cozy. That was hard. Joseph Johnson and Lady J 1900 underscore for life. So you already know, man. You already know. Say ask about tennis. Yeah, that shit. Briz gonna cook, yeah, man. Briz Rothstein returning to battle rap, man. That's heavy. That's hard right there. That's hard right there. That's hard. Briz know we got his back, man. And if he come back and he don't cook, we still got his back. We want that Briz back, so we gonna do what we got to do to get him back at his peak. Performance level, energy, confidence, all of that. Yeah, but it should go down. You're right. You're right. I'm agreeing with you. Serena and Arthur Ashe. I'm gonna have to go with Serena. Arthur Ashe, Gravy. He was murdering. I did go back and watch Arthur Ashe. He was murdering. It just wasn't the fact that he died. I thought it was.
So here's my question.
Come on.
You ready?
We in the building.
Will Derek Chauvin survive prison?
Oh.
Or will he be murdered?
I mean, they caught a few people now. It hasn't happened a lot, but a few people
I mean,
have.
he's a cop, but he's got to
murdered.
be in like what? Like, it's one thing to kill a black man.
Mhm.
Put your knee on him for over 7 minutes. It's another thing to be a cop and go to prison.
Mm-hmm.
I know he's got 20 years or 22 years, I think it is, but I don't see him getting out alive.
He might take.
And I hope he don't. I hope literally someone puts him to the ground, puts their knee on his neck, and I want to hear him say, "I can't breathe." And I hope the correction officers record that shit so I can see that video
and put it out and rotate it in media. Yeah, I just don't think the prisons are at that level no more with somebody.
No, they are.
That's a high profile case. You know what I'm saying?
Matter.
Like, you're not the only one asking that question. I'm pretty sure that a lot of officials are asking that question. Can we put him in general population around certain people and expect him to live? Now, people are saying he's not going to general pop. Military and law enforcement go to the law enforcement section. They have sections in prisons for the military and cops. Now the specifics and I don't know, but I think he's gonna come out alive. If he doesn't, it'll be because he did something to himself. That's
no.
There's a bigger chance that he'll do something to himself than that.
I feel like he's gonna be in the yard. Something's gonna happen. I feel like if he gets to Gen Pop and he's in that yard around other inmates, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
They're already planning it.
Yeah.
He's a cop. He killed a black man. He sat on a black man's neck for 8 minutes.
And
you know what? I hope he dies that way. So he feels what George Floyd felt. I hope he does. I'm a believer in eye for an eye. Like, say, for example, I come in, I punch you in the gut, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a year down the road, someone punches me in the gut. It's called karma, right? But when you kill somebody that way, when you had every opportunity to just release pressure from your knee on that cement road, think about that.
Yeah.
8 minutes.
That was a tough thing to watch.
I watched it over and over. And I get sick of these YouTubers. There's some out there going, hey, congrats to George Floyd on his sobriety. Like, it pisses me off.
Mm.
Because we all know that wasn't right, what happened.
That's called. That was your question. That was not a question. We went into another conversation. But your question was, would Derek Chauvin die in prison? Okay.
Yeah.
Bad.
And I think he will.
You think
I
he will?
don't think he makes it out.
Yeah. We shall see. We shall see, because he definitely got convicted and sentenced, and he's going to prison. He's in prison. So, okay, this one is off, but it's a good question. Greatest moment in news history.
Greatest moment in news history?
Yeah. Like, was it like the moon landing? Was it like remember when the one dude hijacked the news? Remember when they had the the funny cartoon character hijack the news station and all of that stuff and do them subliminals? I'll even go to
I
like
think the greatest moment in news history was, and don't take it the wrong way, but when the World Trade Centers fell.
I have to agree, because that was something for real.
It caught me off guard. I woke up in the morning. I was up drinking my coffee, and I was only, I believe I was 2011. So yeah, I was like 21, 20. No, I was 20. I was born in 79. So when it fell, I joined the Navy right after that.
Because of that?
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. So let me ask you this. Was 9/11 an inside job? Did certain parts of the U.S. government know these things were going to happen and benefit from it?
As a kid, no. As me right now, I think George Bush reading his book in that library with the kids,
Yeah.
he already knew. I think it was a government inside job, top government, CIA, everybody knew. But they can't talk about it. And the problem I have with that theory, though, is it's 20 years later, 21 years later. Nobody's talking about it yet. But I do believe, like the way the trade centers, like beams were cut, like you can go to all those theories, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do believe America did that purposely to start a war just to get oil. And why? We gotta hear. I don't know. I can't say it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have facts.
Well, yeah, I believe it was, and for the reasons that you stated, there was some type of construction assistance in the falling of them buildings. George Bush admitted that he saw the first tower fail when the first tower was not broadcasted. And I do remember that day. I was the same age. I'm born in 79 also. And I rolled over. I was in my bed.
Are you really? When's your birthday?
December 12th, 1979.
So I'm older than you then. God damn it.
Yeah,
I was hoping I would be younger. August 7th. August 7th.
That's what's up. Ain't nothing wrong with August. Yeah, but I rolled over in my bed. I hit the button on the TV. I turned it on. And I heard them say something about the church, the trade tower exploded or something.
No, I remember that day. And actually, I would like you to talk about that too. But I'm gonna say it first. I remember that day. I was going to job apply. I just moved in with my brother in Holland, Michigan. Right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm gonna job apply. Got up early, got dressed. All of a sudden the news is on, and my my brother's wife is watching the news, and I'm looking at it, and I'm getting ready to go job apply, getting ready to go. That happened. I didn't put one app in that day. And then all of a sudden, Myers gas station had their gas prices up to $5 a gallon. I'm like, what the fuck? You know, but that day, what I remember from that day is I woke up, I'm like, I got all dressed, showered, dressed, and I'm like, I'm gonna go put some apps in because I just moved in with my brother at that time. My brother was at work, and his wife was watching TV, and I saw that, and then that day ended for me. You know what I mean? I was just watching TV all day. What's going on? You know, I was like, what's going on right now?
You grew up a little bit that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as a 21-year-old, yeah, I did.
Yeah, I call it unplugging from the matrix, where you're just blissful in life and you think holidays are holidays. Something glitched that day. When 9/11 happened, reality changed and everybody knew shit wasn't what it appeared to be.
Incognito.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are very young ladies. 5th grade. Shut up.
No, don't tell us that they weren't talking about you, about us. I don't know. She was talking about Neek will be. Neek will be said she watched the second plane hit in real time. So
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Was she in New York?
I don't know. But you definitely told Incognito to shut up. You owe them an apology for that because they wasn't talking crazy.
Well, I apologize. Maybe I
Okay,
didn't read
yeah.
it.
I woke up. I was in bed. I turned over, hit the TV, boom, and I rolled back over. Because I lay in my bed like that. But I heard them say something about the World Trade. I'm thinking it was the Oklahoma. Like this was some old shit they were just showing about the Oklahoma. But then when I heard them talking about New York, I'm like, what? I turned over, looked at the TV, and when I looked at the TV, the second plane hit, boom. So I actually saw that on TV in real time, and I was like, what is going on? I sat up on the side of my bed, and like I was at that TV. I was at that TV.
I couldn't even job apply that day. Like literally, I was dressed and okay, I'm a white guy, so I had khakis on, nice dress shirt. You know, I had my Doc Martens on, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, today's not the day because when you see something like that growing up, you're like, you can't even imagine the feeling. Like it's like my kids right now going through Corona. You know, and I hate that. And the reason I hate that is because I don't believe in it. I don't believe in Corona. I really don't. But you put the fear mongering in people. And that's why I feel like today it's kind of an inside job. But at that day, I was young. I didn't know better. So I literally thought like we were being attacked by everybody else that day. So I joined the Navy. And I come out as an older man going, is America fooling me? You know? Like I almost feel like that. Like they're fooling me.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it right now today.
Yeah. And then when you saw the BBC news reel of the young lady who was saying Tower 7 had failed and it hadn't fallen yet, like, how did you explain that?
That is a good point.
And then they cut her. She lost reception after that. Yeah,
I think it was planned.
Like Pearl Harbor, the Gulf of
and the shame on that though. You know what's hard to say? Is the hardest thing to say is if they actually was an inside government American job, the hardest part for me to deal with is watching people jump out of the building while it was burning. That's the thing that pisses me off. Not the buildings crashing, not the people that died,
But the people who chose,
but the people who chose or had no choice other than to drop, what was it, 80 stories high they were dropping out of?
I thought it was more than that. And that was like one of the devastating things to me because you watch
It was like basically, no, it was like 800 feet.
Yeah. But when you see the people in the lobby and they hearing the bodies hit the roof and the ceiling, it was like boom, boom, moonflower.
No, imagine being the person on the street watching that.
It's cringing. You feel it in your bones.
Hey, let's give this girl some notice. I don't know who she is.
This is Moonflower. This is Moonflower. This is our sister Moonflower. This is Tricky Nicky. You know, he's been subscribed to the channel for a few weeks. Decided to hit the panel today. And yeah, right now we're talking about 9/11. What you think about that, Moonflower? Was it an inside job?
I definitely think it was an inside job. When you look at how the towers fell, there's something about the way the towers fell, because it wouldn't have fell straight down. It would have tilted over and hit other buildings.
Yeah, they definitely fell into their own footprint, and that's not going to happen with a random, structure.
My thing is, you watch those conspiracy theories where they cut like the basis of the cement and the beams, but my theory is she's right, because if it's gonna fall, it's gonna fall, but that should still be intact. If you're gonna attack the top, why is the bottom crumbling
to dust,
like a tree?
Yeah, it disintegrated. It said it disintegrated.
Right, like a tree, Moonflower. Yeah. Exactly right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like you're cutting down a tree, you go to the bottom, right?
Right, and it tilts over. But if you cut off the top of the tree, the bottom of the tree is still intact.
Right, and they made it fall straight down.
That whole building shouldn't have failed. Like, I could see the first part falling off, crashing down and then falling off to one of the sides, but just taking down the whole building, that's not realistic. And the official reason was structural failure due to fire. That had never happened in the history of construction ever. And they've had plenty of buildings burned for several hours, in some cases over a day, and it still didn't collapse like that. Shout out to Nico B in the building. Nico B is in the building. What's going on, sis?
Hey guys. What's up? Hey, Moonflower. Hey, Tricky. What's his name? Tricky Nicky.
Tricky Nicky.
Hey, hey, big bros. Wow, big bros.
Salute to you.
So, like,
salute to you. What's your name?
To you.
I gotta get these names right. I'm new.
My name is Nico B.
So I got Moonlight on right under me, and who's on the bottom left?
That's Moonflower and Nico B. Hold on, I can probably put the names up. Yeah, go ahead.
So, my uncle, he actually worked in the World Trade Center building, and he I saw the plane hit in real time, and he was actually just coming out of the building, and then as soon as he came out of the building, the first plane hit. Like, he literally just missed the first plane. He had to walk all the way from Manhattan to Queens. So as he's walking with all this sudden stuff, like, he's seeing people make it out, but actually die from the impact of somebody jumping out of the window and falling on top of him.
He died from someone falling on top.
No, not my uncle, but he watched people make it out of the buildings.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
And then somebody would jump out of a window and they would fall. They would fall on top of a
people
person.
That saw it.
That were who came out of the building okay, but they died from the impact of someone jumping out the window and falling on top of them.
That's crazy. Oh
He
my
saw
god.
all of that. He literally saw all of that. He suffers from PTSD from it. Because he works for like stocks and stuff like that. He's like the head of stocks and all that stuff. And he was like he actually was supposed to had not came in that day, but he forgot to do something, and he had to take care of some business. And when he left out, by the time he got home, he was filled with soot. He looked gray.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends in school, like, it just so happened that I didn't go to school that day. A lot of my friends in school, like, they lost parents, they lost uncles, they lost brothers, like, all I see is my friends crying because I had to pick up my little brothers and stuff like that from school because we didn't know what was going on. We thought we were about to go into war. We didn't know.
Yeah, none of us.
Well, I like I said, I'm convinced they had a lot to do with it, man. And it's sad because it's nothing we can do about it. You know what I'm saying?
So let's get on a new topic, Suave.
What you got?
No, you.
Oh, you don't got a new topic?
No.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, now
I
all them people.
like we can talk about that all day, but let's get on something.
Dramatic thing. Rest in peace to them people, man. Strength to everybody, man. Who experienced that. It was a weird, crazy time. Nick will be Moonflower. Y'all got a topic? Mm-hmm.
I want to know, is that a gaming chair he has?
What?
Is that a gaming chair?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a rocker like your grandma.
Okay, I thought it was a gaming chair because I saw the red on the back. I guess that's a blanket or something.
Yeah.
I still got her behind me though.
Oh, hi. Oh,
Yeah.
she's so
She wants
cute.
to go back there behind my back. It's
Not moving either. That's all right. Yeah, nah. That's what's up. That's what's up.
No gaming chairs. No gaming chairs.
Well, thank
that
you,
wasn't a topic,
Tricky
though.
Nikki, though, for being here and staying positive. Thank you, Suave, for staying positive. And
We love the opportunity to chat with girls. It brings a different perspective. So stay on. Don't leave.
I definitely have to go.
No, you can't go.
Do you have our perspective on something?
It's been real.
So
bye, bro. Bye, sis.
Shout out to you, Nick. Appreciate you, man. You already know.
All right.
Thank you for being here.
Don't make no sense. Sorry. H.C. Baldwin, you don't think it was an inside job, H.C. Baldwin? Join the league. I like to see you join the league.
Y'all tell everybody to join the league, but then shit happens.
Then shit happens.
Right. Just like Holly. I've been seeing what's been going on with Holly.
What's wrong with Holly?
Nothing's wrong with Holly. It's just Nandy I don't know. She said something about Holly in the last stream and saying Holly did something or something.
Line, yeah.
Show your face.
No, don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. You've been a little too personal for me to be there. No, I wish, I don't know. I can imagine that she says a little bit about every fucking body that she could fucking imagine, But yeah, man. Okay.
Show your face.
Oh, fuck her. Yeah, she gonna have to talk to you. Has to talk to you. You have to learn the hard way.
Yeah, are you about to? Are you about to get cooked?
What you mean?
What you mean?
I mean, like, show your face.
Why?
Why not?
Because
Takes
I normally
2 minutes. Camera on.
I normally don't, and my computer doesn't have a webcam, so I would have to log in on my phone.
Oh my god, you got a computer from 1987?
No, I have an HP computer, but it didn't come with speakers or a webcam, so I had to buy the speakers and hook them up to the back of the computer.
All right, I'll give you that. One.
All right. I want
I'm
to get back
just
to
teasing you though, by
multiple.
the way. Thank you.
Now you ain't got no greatest questions, Moonflower.
Come
I
on,
kind
give
of
us
got
the
some questions, but I
question.
don't know if we want to
No,
go in that
no,
direction.
no. Ask a basic
Don't know if
question. Why? Hey, Moonflower.
Mhm.
Can you ask a question towards men? What men are doing wrong or something to that when
Okay,
it comes to
well,
women? Come
I
on.
have a question for you dealing with just white men, though.
What?
Yeah,
Say it?
just dealing with white men. Just dealing with white men. I have a question.
Okay, I'm here.
So, are white men attracted to black women?
So when I was in the Navy, yes, is the answer first. I should have said that. But yes. But when I was in the Navy, I was with this black girl, and like, oh my God, her body was so fine, right? But the thing about it that scared me a little bit, she was into like, she would have tarantulas crawling on her, right? In the Navy. And they actually, I let them crawl on me a little bit just because I wanted to get with her that much. I got with her. But yes, is the answer. White men love black women. They do. Just like a black man loves white women. They do. It's a
Okay.
fact.
I'm
It's a
gonna clip
fact.
that. I hope you know that. I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna use that for my next stream.
You clip it all you want. I'm just saying. Like
No, I
my
asked you because a lot of
my
black
personal
men say
experience,
that white men aren't attracted.
like I got a cousin, right? I got a white cousin. His name is Jordan.
Mhm.
His name is Jordan. My uncle named him after Michael Jordan. But he's a white boy, but he's a big boy. He's like 6'6", but his name is Jordan. He married a black woman into my family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, we like him. You know what? My first love was a Hispanic woman, right?
Right.
Hispanic. I love Mexicans. I'm sorry. I don't mean that to
You
be
good,
bad.
you good.
But listen. I love dark chocolate.
Love that.
And my little boy is 10. He's got to have the dark chocolate Hershey bars. I'm raising him right. So white men do like black women. Yes. There's something about it. I don't know why. I can't wrap my head around it. I'm just saying, like, I think it's because I think the reason I did anyways was because a black woman wouldn't check out. A white woman, to me, in my personal experience, they defer. They would be like, yeah, I'm going to listen to the man. But a black woman kept me in check. And that was attractive to me personally.
If I cut you a check, means she checked your ass.
Okay. I just wanted to ask because a lot of black men say that white men aren't attracted to black women and black women are undesirable. So I just wanted to ask you, since you were a white
Oh my
man,
God,
I
black
could
women.
ask
Oh
from
my
the
God.
horse's mouth.
No, that's a lie.
Yeah, well,
You know, it's also based off personal experience. So, but that's a lie. Like, oh my God, that girl was so hot in the Navy. Oh my God, I didn't care she had tarantulas. Like, I was all in that. You know, I wanted that. I didn't care. She was fine as fuck, and it wasn't just that. It like the personality of a black woman is 100% turnaround from a white woman. So to me, it was awesome. Like I loved it.
Say so. Go into that. What you mean by that?
Who?
Tricky Nicky, you said the
No,
personality.
what I'm saying is basically like they don't put up with shit. I could sit there and tell a white woman, like, hey, go get me a cup of coffee. Okay, honey. I tell a black woman that, they'd be like, get
Don't you
your
got
fucking
legs?
self.
Right. Don't you got legs too? You can get up and get it.
Right.
And that builds a better
And I
man.
like that. I like that.
And that
Keep
builds a better
the
man.
person in check, you know?
So how did that affect y'all's relationship per se? Like, did it help you become a better man, like Squab was saying? Did it help you stay productive?
Well, it affected me. Are you talking to me?
Yes.
So, like, being with that experience, you mean, though?
Yeah, just the general experience from what you
Okay.
experienced.
How it affected me was it never did. Like, when I was in that situation, I don't look at color. I mean, I'm a man, I got a penis, right? And if I think a girl's attractive, I'm going after her. I don't care what color it is. I already went into the Navy dating a Hispanic woman. Man, my first love, 2.5 years. Went to the Navy and I lost her. And then, but when I was there, it was like, it wasn't even about color. It was about personality, about beauty. But the sass of a black woman, I liked it. I liked it. I'm sorry. I liked it.
That's hard.
It didn't affect me at all, though. It really didn't. Like,
But I'm saying, okay, a woman gotta let
I
you
can
walk
name
over.
about
I'm saying, this
4
what
black women I've been with.
okay, no, hold on. This is what I'm saying. But the accountability that you get from that black woman, right? Where it's like, what's wrong with you? Versus the type of woman you could just walk over. Which would, if you're gonna become a worser dude, you're gonna do it because they let you walk over. You know? So it's like there's a standard being held that makes you a better man when you're dealing with the person that holds you accountable and not just let you be the type of person that let you tell them go get coffee because, you know, whatever it is.
No, but it is true from my experience. You know, like, and I'll be honest though, regardless of all that, like, take away accountability, take away, as just a white man saying this, I think black women are beautiful. I do. So I don't know where you're hearing that from. So don't. And
Hear it from other
I'm
black
sure Sawab would say the same thing. He would say white women are beautiful. It depends on who you meet and how they interact with you is what makes them beautiful. You know?
No, Suave would absolutely. I'll say because I'm Black Power, I have a personal sacrifice. I don't date outside my race. There are attractive women in every race, yes, but I just
Yeah.
don't.
Well, you're messing out.
Yeah, if I well, I'm sure it's a lot of brothers that's picking up the slack for me. You know what I'm saying? So there's no underrepresentation of that. So shout out to them. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a personal preference. I choose just as it's bigger than just my own personal
No, that's fine.
So
love.
I have another question for you. What's his name? Triggy?
Tricky nigga.
It's not my name.
Tricky. So how do you feel when you hear the stereotypes about black women?
I guess I would answer that without paying attention. Like, I don't know what stereotypes you're talking about because me personally, like, man, I love Rihanna. I would get with her any day. You know? So you're asking me about stereotypes. I'm not actually thinking about that. What
Okay.
stereotypes? Give me an example.
That independent black women shouldn't need a man because they want to be independent, or the stereotype that all black women are obese and ugly.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
You know, there's a lot of fat white women out there.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of fat women out there that are white that don't need a man. I mean, that comes down to relationships, what you're asking me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you find a person, you know, I'll give you an example. Here's a perfect example. I don't even want to talk about this because it's my personal life.
But don't do that. But Mumu is in the building. I want to give him a chance to speak. But I want to say this because those examples of the stereotypes, one stereotype I've been aware of is that all black women are mean or as hell.
You know, I like a little flab though.
You like it the way back. You're like it straight up and down.
And black girls bring that. Like, and I like a little. I like the skinny hips. You know, you got the skinny hips, but then it goes kaplow. You know,
like Rihanna. Huh?
Yeah, and so to me, like when you're asking me that question, I can't answer it honestly, because I'll tell you right now, like I'd hit it.
That's what's up. You'll hit Gabrielle Sidibe, the black girl that played Precious.
But I do got to answer her question. So what I would say is, on that notoriety that you feel like you're labeled to, it's not true. It's not true. That's a label. You got to look at personal relationships. That's what you look at.
Say, man, that man hit a shaved polar bear if it let him. But look, Suave, I wanted to ask you this.
What's good, Big Dog?
What's good, bud? How you doing?
Got it. Man, I'm hanging in that. Can't complain. Appreciate you.
I can dig it. How my mic sound, man? They always.
Man, you winning.
They always
is that
mic
your
shaming the
baby?
nigga.
Is that your actual baby?
You winning.
Yeah, that's his child.
Yeah.
He's a cute little boy.
Yeah. Appreciate you. But I wanted to say, Suave, because this. What he was saying just made me think about this, and I never thought about it before. Like when you asked him if I think Moonflower asked him, and Moonflower, you was out of line for this, and I'm gonna let y'all finish it. But
I mean, I have to ask you, bro.
when she asked him if he liked black women, and he said, "I like all women," it made me think or wonder, like, is it more acceptable for white men to have that, to be able to say, I like all women, and that's cool? Like it's like seen as a positive on their character. But if a black man says it, it's viewed as like a negative on this character.
Not to me.
Well, I can answer that, Mumu.
Like as a white man, hold on. As a white man, to me, I would wish you guys would date all races.
We do.
It's about the person you like. It's about the personality.
Black men date out 3 times the rate of all men combined, so there's no problem with that.
Right. What?
Say that again. I'm saying I'm talking about like I can almost guarantee you, and this what from my experience and what I witnessed. If a black man gives that response, like I like all women, is not received as like neutral as it would when it don't seem to be received as like a neutral thing as it would when it's coming from a white man.
I want to answer that too, but go ahead, Moonflower.
First thing I wanted to say was,
why do you guys feel
hold on
that
1
way?
second.
Hold on.
No, we finna explain.
The thing about it is, when black men date outside the race, they always take it upon themselves to bring black women into the conversation. Oh, I don't.
Question.
Hold on.
Hold on, Nikki. Give me 1 second.
Black men always seem to say, "Oh, I only date white women because black bitches are this, or black bitches are loud, black bitches are mean," and they never refer to us as women. Either we're bitches, hoes, or females. And
Right.
so when you do that, that is when it's an actual problem. It's no problem with black men dating out, but as soon as you start bashing black women in the process, we see that you're dating out because of self-hatred and not because you actually love another person of a different race.
So the
Right, but see,
stereotype,
Moonflower.
right?
This hold on,
Hold on,
Stereotype.
Tricky.
hold on, right quick. This is what I'm saying though. I'm not talking about the black men that do that because not all black men that date
But it's
out
the
do that.
majority, though, Mumu. It's the majority. That's why we're speaking.
Right, but
Because
listen what I'm saying though.
It's a generalization for the collective, the majority. So when you have the majority that outweighs the minority that think like you and Suave and other black men, then we can't really say not all because they outnumber you, Mumu.
Let me ask.
Right, but I'm not talking about
Why
it from
do
that
black
perspective. I'm
women-
saying like, hold on, Bob. I'm saying that if we were in a room, right, and you asked me, you don't know me or whatever, and you said, hey, what kind of women you like? And I said, well, I like all women. And then there was a white guy next to me. You asked him the same thing. I'm saying that, not talking about the collective or anybody else. I'm just saying when it seems that if a black man says, I like all women, it's taken differently than it is if a white dude says it. It seems like if a white dude says it, it's like taken as neutral or even positive. Like, oh, he's so like he's
because
Yeah,
of the
because
he's
cap.
progressive.
It is positive because black men are always saying that black women are undesirable. Black men are always saying that white men in particular are not attracted to black women. So yes, I am as a black woman, I'm going to ask him if he's attracted to black women because I've been hearing black men diminish and downplay and berate black women. As a black woman who dates outside the race and who has a particular preference for white men, of course I'm going to ask those questions because so many black men are saying that black women are undesirable. Our only option is black men. No other race of men wants us. So of course, me as a black woman who partakes in those type of things, I'm going to ask the white men that I come across whether or not they're attracted to black women and why.
Got it. And like you said, because that's what she been hearing. You brought up the scenario of the dude being. It depends on who you're listening to, but I'm gonna stick to the people that you're listening to. You're listening, Mumu, to the people who look at it as a positive when white men say they like all women, and a negative when the black men say they like all women, without the black man saying because black women are this, right, Mumu?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So, because I believe that person that you're listening to, that you're basing this question off of, because there are caveats. We're looking for white people not to be racist. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of us, a sign of that is they openly admit to being cool with black people. You know, men, I got black friends. You know, women, I've dated black women. Ooh. So that's like a sign. And then you can have the other conversation. But usually that positivity come off of, okay, the black men looked at being looked at as negative is probably that same caveat, but with the different impact of why are you dating outside your race? As a black man, you're obligated to the black. Well, you see what I'm saying? We don't have that liberty and that freedom in that scenario that you're saying, because we clearly see the liberty and freedom being displayed where it's plenty of black men dating outside the race. But yeah, I believe that's what that would be in that scenario that you're talking about. You're listening to the person, you know, maybe a woman is specifically what you're talking about, the black woman who would look at it as an insult, and if a black man openly admits, yeah, I'm attracted, I'll date any race, instead of saying like, oh, I only date black women. But you know, that comes from something. If the
Right.
whole
So
racism shit wasn't there, that wouldn't be a discussion. Go ahead.
so what I'm saying is like in general, like it number one, like from based on what you just said, it would seem that white men are actually kind of like in a position to where as long as they don't openly show that they're racist, then it's like they get some extra points. Like now because you said that because you're speaking to me, or you're not showing that you're hostile to me just because I'm black, now automatically like you get put like on a certain like another level. Like now that alone gives you some sort of up. And on top of that, it's like in general, I'm saying like if I work with mostly white dudes. So if like I said, we go into a place, right, a club or a bar or wherever we go, and there's like all these strangers around, and it's just me and my white coworker. My white coworker can talk to the Asian chick, the black chick, the white chick, and he won't ever get looked at any type of way other than a man talking to women when he's viewed by, and I'm talking about how he's viewed by, like, let's say black women or even black people in general. But if me as a black man, if I go and do the same thing as the white man, I have like another standard to uphold. Like you were saying, like we don't
You're
like they'll
holding
look at me like the
yourself
black
to
women
a
in the bar
lower
look at me
level.
like, oh man, look at
Not
that,
cool.
look at that coon ass nigga chasing the white women. But,
Yeah.
but the white man will be looking at, wow, look at this progressive guy.
I don't change my answer. It's the same thing. I understand. I accept what you're saying, and then I want to go to Tricky Nicky. Let him respond.
You're
Put
holding
it this
yourself
way.
to a
Hold
lower
on, hold on,
level.
one second. But what I'm saying is there is a different standard. Generally, my experience, most black people accept white people as racist. That's the standard in America. If you're not racist, that's a plus. That's just the standard. Like, where my experience, black people, they expect some bullshit. And when the white people are not on bullshit, yes, that's a plus. That's not a plus to you. These white dudes, you say you work with mostly white men. These white men not being discriminatory toward you or prejudiced toward you, that's not a plus to you.
No, I just it's a, put it like this. It's a plus because it's uneven. Meaning, like,
Exactly.
since it's not that many of us here, that means like it's one less person I gotta fight as hard, or you know what I mean, like one less person I have to deal with on the surface level, as far as like I gotta check this motherfucker. Like it's one less person I gotta check, and so but it's not like, to me, it's not like them being, it doesn't say anything about their character or them being a good person. It just puts them on the same level I'm on, like as a human being. So them not being racist is not a like a plus. It just puts them in a neutral position. Where I'm saying, like, it seems like
It seems like you're holding
we
yourself
view it as
back.
like, we view it as like, if they not racist, it's like a plus. Like it puts them, like
Yes.
it gives them a step
Yes,
up
man,
rather than just being neutral.
Believe
We've
in
been agreeing
yourself.
since
Who
point one.
cares?
Go ahead, Tricky. But to HT, yes, if it's the standard, if it's the expectation, it's the standard. If it's the expectation, it's the standard.
If
That's
that's
just
how you, if
that's
that's how
Go
you
ahead, Tricky.
feel, like,
Uh,
honestly, hold on. Let me say something to him.
Go ahead.
If that's how you feel, like, you got to put yourself on a higher standard, like Swab was saying. You can't
No,
feel
hold
that.
on. I'm not, listen, hold on. I don't feel like beneath nobody.
Right, but my point
No,
is,
listen, hold on.
what you're saying
Hold
is,
on, Bob, hold on.
you're
What's his name?
feeling
Tricky
that.
Nicky?
Hold on, Momo. Let him say what he's saying, and then we
What
can
you're
figure out.
saying is, you kind of feel that way, and you're like, hey, I'm working with these bunch of white dudes, and yeah, they're in the neutral position. You know what? Me as a white dude, I would literally sit there and tell you right now, I wouldn't be mad if you got the promotion over me. Put yourself on a higher fucking standard. If you're gonna work for it, do it. Quit.
Yo, I don't, that's not the issue though. We lost. That's what, hold on, we lost. That's not where I'm coming
You're
from. That's
creating
not,
a
No,
narrative.
he's not answering the question. He's replying to
You're
what you
creating
say.
a
I get your question,
narrative.
and I believe that's where
You're
it comes
creating a
from.
narrative, though.
But he's
in
saying
your
he doesn't
black
see
man,
that
yo,
standard.
what you're doing.
Man,
Change the
oh, I'm
narrative.
right.
Do it.
Hold on.
You can do it.
is your mic working?
Yeah, his mic is working.
No,
We just
HT Baldwin. I
shut him
said
up,
the
though.
standard. I said there's a different standard because generally black people expect a white person to be racist. That is the standard. When white people come around, black people expect something racist to happen on some level. Might not be discriminatory, might not be something, but it's like that's because he feels that the white race is superior. That's the standard. Once you find out, oh, that's not an aspect here, that's a plus.
But Swab, what I'm saying is like,
Hold hold on. Let me say this.
Like Suave.
Hold on 1 second. We know all white people aren't racist. That's not the conversation being had. It's the expectation of black people generally when around white people. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta expect better for yourself.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
No, but I want you to stop saying that because that's not that's not the topic.
Oh, he started
I'm doing great for myself. I don't feel inferior.
He didn't know. He started.
So what I'm saying is this.
Crying
that's like
a little baby.
Momo. He started his statement off. If that is the scenario you put, he's not speaking on you personally. He's saying if this is the scenario you put, it sounds like you are, and then he's going into his what's name. Yeah, which I don't. I can't say I can see his point. I can see his point because he doesn't see that caveat that we see. So he like, fuck all the bullshit. If that's how a person is feeling, I think they need to raise their standard of expectation.
No, well, this is right, and I'm talking about in general. I'm not talking about like my personal feelings about him because that's like me being like I'm a good father, right? So me being a father to my children or taking care of my children, that's the same thing as a white person saying, well, I'm not racist. So that's what hold on. Listen what I'm saying. Hold on, boss. Hold on, Nikki. So that's what I'm saying. Like me taking care of my children doesn't like give me any extra points. That's just what I'm supposed to do as a father. But when you say like, oh, so if a white person is not racist, like that's what I mean. Like we don't even
see
they start off as like supposed to be.
No. Listen. See, I'm putting my cam on. See what you just did? You said me taking care of my children doesn't give me extra points. Hell yeah, it does. You are limiting yourself. You are basically setting a limit on your expectations. You could do anything you want to fucking do, but you can't even admit, hey, I'm taking care of my kids. Doesn't give me any points. Hell yeah, it does. There's white men out there that don't take care of their kids. There's black men out there don't take care of the kids. Hell yeah, it does. Hell yeah, it does. So don't limit yourself. And I'm going to check out with that.
Yeah, and I mean, agreed. But to your point specifically, to the specific, not general, scenario you set up, I think that's why it will be looked as a positive and a negative. And just like you say, no, you shouldn't get any brownie points. But in the general set of things, people have kids and walk away from it, you know? And for men to be active in their children's life, that is looked at as a plus. Should it? How much of a plus? What the fuck does that mean? What is a plus?
Honestly,
but that's what adds to like the white. Hold on, Nikki. Hold on. That's what adds to like the white fragility because they think that they're actually good people just because they're not racist. Just like a father who thinks that he's a great man just because he takes care of his children. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like you get extra points.
But we weren't asking him if he was racist or not. That's why I'm confused there. We're not talking about being racist or not. I'm asking him about his attraction.
No, I brought in the aspect of racism when he was asking why is it a positive thing when a white person said they like all people.
Hey, I'll meet you for happy hour anytime.
Something different. That's what's good. Yeah, but when a black man says he like all people, there's a negative.
Listen. I just gotta say this to him. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're taking care of your kids, it doesn't fucking matter anything else. Nothing matters. You take care of your kids and yourself, right? What else in the world fucking matters? Nothing, right? You just do you. You take care of your kids.
And that's why when something negative happens to somebody, you don't do nothing.
You don't get stars for that. Because I'll give you fucking 5 stars right now. 5 stars.
But that's the same thing, though, right? If you take care of your wife and your kids, you take care of your family.
Your family.
When you see somebody on the side of the road get hit by a car, if you pass them by and don't intervene, or see somebody on the side of the road fighting, if you stop and intervene and help, you're a hero. But
Yeah.
that's what the fuck you supposed
But
to
you
do.
don't have to.
You're not
do
supposed
it.
to let somebody, but
Because
the
if you
standard
don't
is,
intervene, you, say your scenario, you go to the side of the road,
Mhm.
and you're trying to be a hero, get blown up, and you're not there.
and
for
you
your
done
wife
throw
and
it, you done
kids.
fucked your family and kids up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
So
it's like,
either way, like
yeah,
what you just said to me was nonsense because
yes, I agree.
you take care of your family. You take care of your kids, your mom, your aunt,
Yeah.
your uncles. You do what's right for your family first off. And if you can do that, I'll give you 5 stars right now. You're acting like, though, what I want to say is he's acting like, well, I get no credit. You don't deserve credit. You're the man.
Yeah, no, Moo has a very straightforward
You
cut.
right. You know I'm chilling because I don't want to drill your guests, man. I would just
Yeah.
say that. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna just
no, I
I'm gonna be
appreciate it.
cool.
You're chilling right now
I appreciate
because
it.
you're afraid of Tricky Nicky. You're
Well,
the man of the family, right? You're
Yeah.
the man of that boy, right?
Yeah.
Be that man. Be it.
That's what he's saying. He's saying, why is it such a bad thing if a black dude? No, well, matter of fact, that's not even. Why is it a positive thing? Why I feel like a blessing when a white man can say, "Hey, I would sleep with a woman of anyway."
I'm just here, honestly, to give you a perspective, a different view.
And I appreciate the shit out of that perspective. No, that's cool.
No, I'm not even talking to you, Swab. I'm talking to him. And like you need to actually realize, like, if you're raising your kids and you're providing for them, man, that deserves everything, dude. That deserves a good 5-star, like, honest, like, prayer. And my God, keep it going. Do
Now,
it.
why do you feel like?
But don't expect something from it. You
Why do you
gotta
feel-
do that. That's
why
your
do you
job. You're
Why
a
do you
dad.
feel it shouldn't be rewarded or praised, Mumu? Because I heard the general, thought is because you're supposed to do it. But why aren't you supposed to be recognized for doing what you're supposed to do, especially in the scenario of taking care of your kids? Mumu, you're on mute.
I'll answer it. I'll answer it. You know
But
why?
you don't have to.
I had my family tell me this, like, a couple years back. And it was like, well, nobody's helping me with my kids. They're babies. My kids are 10, 8, and 6 now, right? But I'm going a couple years back. And I'm like, nobody's helping me with my babies, right? Why should?
Yeah, man. I had to leave and come back for a second, but basically, hold on. But basically, what I was saying from my opening statement is that because this conversation just made me think about that. I never really thought about that before.
Well, I'm glad
I heard when Moonflower asked, and his answer is that, like, there is a difference. Like, there's freedom. Like I said, a white man is seen as progressive and a good person if he says he dates all women, and black men are just not.
I mean,
what the hell does that mean?
Both the things exist, but I don't see one weighing with the other. You know what I'm saying? Like, both of them, it seem like two separate conversations, not something to weigh against each other. It's gonna happen. So, and I agree with H.T. Barwin said it's only in the black community where black people get looked at bad for dating outside of their race. It's also parts of the black community that accept it, and parts of the black community that fucking promote it. But that's not like a real discussion outside of the black community because no one else has that caveat of you need to do something for your people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, people taken care of.
Yeah, that's all. That's all. Like I said, I just thought that was interesting. And don't get me wrong, I'm not salty about it. Like, I mean,
it exists.
I'm with who I want. Yeah, I'm with who I want, and my preference has always been black women. I think most women are beautiful. I ain't gonna say all women, but most women are beautiful, different colors and all that. But I've always preferred black women. But yeah, like I said, it's not something I'm salty about. Just something, like I said,
you
that
had a white
his
boy,
answer to that question and the response just made me kind of think about that.
if you had a white boy right now saying, my main preference is black women.
Now you talking to Mumu. You asking Mumu personally what he think. So brace yourself. Okay.
Yeah. How would you feel?
I wouldn't give a fuck what he like because I don't give a fuck what like white men want, and I don't
That's
personally
the
like. I don't
point.
see that.
That's the point.
Yeah, but right, but I'm saying like I don't see that as like most of the time, unless he's sincere. I feel like a man should want a woman, number one. So I'm not
course.
saying that a person
Oh my
can't
God, I
have.
would hope so.
Right. So I'm saying, right. Well, you know, y'all
Man,
don't
I'm not
always get down like
getting
that.
No,
But
but
all that.
personally though, personally, do you think that every black man should have a black woman, Mumu?
no, honestly, I don't
should.
think that way. Like I think this is my personal feelings on that.
Maybe it's how he's raised.
I'm not against. Hold on. I'm not against interracial dating for men or women. So I'm not against it, but I do have issues with it in context. Like put it like this: the reason why I could never do it is not just because I feel the most comfortable or most attracted to a black woman, even if there was like a white woman out there that I really like. Like I felt like she was my soulmate and this was the woman that God put on earth for me. I wouldn't be with her. And the reason why I wouldn't be with her is because I could not take care of a white woman. I can't take care, like I'm not going to work, working like I work and coming home to a white woman sitting on my couch with her feet kicked up. Right. I'm not doing it, and I don't know how niggas do that. So for a black man to be able to do that, like, I find that to be like, damn, bro, I don't understand that shit.
Shut up.
But I'm not against it for other people who want to do it.
Hold on.
Hey, nigga, what the fuck? Hey, bro, chill out, my nigga. Hey, say, stop that shit.
Hold on.
Hey, stop that shit, chicken.
Hold on, let me speak up, bro. We don't talk to each other like that. We don't tell each other to shut up. You understand?
Man, I'm gonna tell him to shut up because he's
hey, and you'll get the dog shit slapped out of you too.
That's gonna escalate things. That's gonna escalate things that I don't allow on my panel. So if you're gonna escalate things in that manner, I'm gonna have to excuse you. We just don't escalate.
Well, I can check out anytime, but
no. I don't want you to check out. I just want you to refrain from telling people.
I can go to another show.
No. I just want you to refrain from telling people to shut up. You can say and express yourself. That's exactly what the panel is for. But to what you was trying to say, because he did finish his point, was what?
He didn't say anything.
I mean, you were starting to comment when he made that. He said,
"It doesn't matter what he said." So I
couldn't. Oh no, you were asking why do you think white women are like that? He said I couldn't take care of a white woman.
No. He basically ended his conversation saying, he basically said this. Well, if it's a white woman, I can't go to work all day and come home to a white woman with their feet up. That's stereotyping. And when I look at it and I think about it, I'm like, well, as a white man, well, I don't want to go to work all day, come home to a black woman with their feet up. Think about that.
Is that how you really feel, though? I'm asking you, is that how you really feel? Don't be hypothetical. Is that how you really feel? Is that how you really feel, though?
That's
right, and I don't.
I'm quoting you.
Right, and I stand on that. It's nothing. That's nothing for me to be ashamed of. I'm saying I'm not taking care of no white person. I am not taking care of no white person. That's what it's gonna be. Say, man, hey, you'll get the motherfucking bifocals, them binoculars slapped off your motherfucking drunk ass face, nigga.
Every goddamn day,
bro. Do you have a job? Do you have a job? Ain't no woman gonna be laid up on the couch when you come home. Ain't no woman gonna be laid up on the couch when you come home, so you ain't got to worry about it.
You know what? I hope one day I can come back at you and say, "Look, I married this black woman. I work every day. for her.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna chill. So I'm gonna let him have it because it's not even fair. Like he too dumb, bro. I said I got you, Swab. I'm gonna chill.
She get to kick her feet up while he go to work.
I just cooked them. You guys know it. I baked them.
But yeah, Swab, like you know, that's the thing for me, bro. Like when I see I believe that if a black man got anything great to give, it should be given to a black woman. You know what I'm saying? So that's my issue with it on a personal level. I don't know how a black man I don't know what's happening in his mind when he's with that white woman in all aspects of life. And like I said, for me, that's not the only part of it, but that's the main part of it. Like, bro, I work hard. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm saying I'm not gonna spend my life energy like making money and doing things to take care of my family to give it back to their community.
And I'm going after
So
all the black
you know what I mean?
here.
Like I said, but that's how I feel about it. But when I see like
I'm going after them.
what about you though? How you see it?
I absolutely think that every black man that's worth something should be with a black woman. And even if that happens, there's still black women who will not be able to have a black man, so they will have to date outside the race. I don't.
It's a black man personality, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I just see a sacrifice. I have a personal.
Black women though, like from my perspective, have chose to go outside. Doesn't that say something to the black man right there?
Yeah, what you think it says?
I think it says treat us better.
You agree, Momo?
Wait, he think it says what? Say that again. What was the question and what was his answer?
He said
dogging everybody.
He said should the black women choosing to go outside their race mean something to the black man? And I asked him, well, what should it mean? It says treat us better. Do you see
this is what I think about that, Swah. Like there are like I want to say 38 countries with more men than women in them.
Oh my God, you're going
and
country.
the rest have more women than men. I think America has on average 2 to 4 million more women than men, and that's not just more black women than black men. That's more women in
all races.
Right. That's more women in general. So what I think about that is I think women should find the best person for the job. I would hope that my hope is that black men would be better for black women and in general just be better men.
So let me ask you this, and I definitely want to get Moonflower on it. What is the job? Is the job just paying bills?
You talking about the job of men?
I'm asking him his personal, just to stay within his frame. As he said,
the job is to actually have a long-lasting, healthy relationship with somebody you like. That's the difficult part. I don't give a fuck what race you are. Like, it's hard. Relationships are hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? Some people, some of the lucky ones might have a testimony of just having it easy, but from what I've seen and in my experience, relationships are hard, and it's hard enough just finding somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with. So if you find that person, that's what's important. That's what matters.
The job is someone who matches your personality. Hold on, Nikki, I'm gonna go to you because I want to hear you. I want to be able to hear you. You saying that the job is someone who emotionally takes care of you, someone who's good to you, someone that you can have a healthy relationship. I didn't hear an aspect of economics of like working and paying the bills.
I mean, that's all encompassing to me. Like a healthy, happy relationship is different for different people. For my wife, a healthy, happy relationship is me taking care of her financially, emotionally, even spiritually to a certain extent, because we're not like big on spirituality in my house, but like me being kind to her and understanding and intelligent and not doing stupid shit to endanger our household and stuff like that. Me being funny, her being funny, us being able to just sit up in the house during the pandemic for 3 months for 3 months straight in the same room with each other without having one argument. Like that. So that's the type of stuff that's important. That's all encompassing in a healthy relationship. If you can have a healthy relationship with a man that's broke, then I'm not here to judge you. because
That
I
makes
don't.
Sounds like
so
you're
much fun.
not.
But I wanna get Moonflower in on this. So Moonflower, the point, are you there? Okay? The point
Yeah, I'm
was,
here.
he said, well, do you see the amount of black women that's choosing to date outside their race? And should that mean something to black men? And I said, well, what do you think it should mean? He says
It
to treat
means
us better.
everything to white man, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, so it's like to treat us. Black women are saying treat us better when they choose to date outside their race. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what black women are saying. The same thing happened in the Asian community when the Asian men were massacring their women, when they were raping their women, when they were doing all these egregious things to their women then dated outside of the race to let them know they need to do better in order to be chosen. So yes, when black women date outside the race, that means black men, you need to do better or you won't get chosen.
Do
So
better.
yeah, so especially when you have black women who are the most race loyal demographic in America, then you know you're really fucking up. That the most race loyal demographic is now deciding to date outside the race because now you're killing us every 5.5 hours.
So if black men,
Now ask Suave, if black men what?
so if black men do better,
Right.
if black men do better and compete and win, would black women stop dating outside the race?
No.
I think the majority of black women would, yes, because a lot of black women are still race loyal. Because you have the black women who consider themselves divestors. However, they choose not to date outside the race, and they're choosing not to date black men until they get their shit together. So they're just being celibate by choice. So you have those black women that once black men get their shit together, they will begin to start dating black men once again. But when you have black women like myself, regardless of if black men get their shit together or not, I'm still not coming back to the community.
Right. So you didn't divest because you want black men to be better.
Right. My first preference has always been white boys. When I was a kid and I was in diverse schooling, my first crushes and things of that nature were white boys. I've only had crushes on white teachers, so I've always had a preference for white men.
Tricky nigga.
So the fact that black men don't have their shit together, that was just another push. Because at first I was dating both black men and white men just to see where it goes. But now I'm not dating black men at all. So the stats and the news is a push for me.
No, I want to get your thought, Tricky. No, Tricky, because you said no. When I asked if black men did better, would black women stop dating outside that race? You said no.
I just want to say to her point, though, it basically comes down how you treat a woman.
Basically. But I gotta go, y'all. I gotta go to work.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Damn, Moonflower, I was looking forward to getting it in with you a little bit more, man.
You know what? I'm gonna put my email in the back chat. And if y'all still live when I get off work,
I'm gonna email her.
If y'all still live when I get off work, then I'll come back. My email's in the back chat for anybody who wants to use it.
Moonflower speak.
Okay, for sure.
I got you, Moonflower, man. Be safe at work.
Thank you. Bye, Moo. Bye, Suave. Bye, Tricky.
Peace.
Bye. She likes white men. She likes white men. We already know that.
My first preference.
So she likes Tricky. Are you guys jealous?
Is that how that translates? She like white men, you're a white man.
I'm joking.
You gonna shoot your shot though. We gonna see.
You don't want anything to do with this old bastard.
That's not the attitude to have, but maybe that's the right attitude to have. Okay, but look. Okay.
But this is a thing too. Now, just like Moonflower was saying about like her original preference. And I think that's like a lot of black women and men even are like not even looking at the collective as far as like with black femicide and what's happening. Like they just dating, and sometimes they come to a point where it's like they date a lot of the same type of people, and then they just say, okay, well, damn, this ain't working out, and it's not really like a decision based on, like the information that Moonflower has. And so I don't think that most people lose their initial attraction though.
To their race?
Initial attraction. And whatever that was. To like if it be to their race, if it be to another race, Like,
But
yeah, like whatever your initial
hold on. But is everybody initial attraction a race? How do you have another initial attraction other than your race? Like, doesn't your you know, the men and the women in your family set the standard of beauty for you in your childhood?
I wouldn't say like the people in my family, because I think it's like put it like this. I felt a certain type of way about white women when I was younger because of what I seen on TV. Not that like
How
I
young?
like them, like
I'm sorry. How young? My bad. Shout out to you first one.
meaning like as a child, like from my earliest memories, like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, when you just
At 5,
we
6,
come up.
you were conscious of the strife between the black race and the white race.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like
That's exactly what you're
I seen the portrayal of all I seen of white people was the portrayal on TV, and not really
Don't
having
light it.
interactions with them. And so when
You
I was
lit
growing up watching like ninja movies and shit like that, the ninja is like way in some fucking small town in Japan saving a white woman. And so the white woman is always like dainty and feminine and stuff like that. So you see her, so you see like, and just white people in general,
Hold
but
on.
specifically
I
white
gotta
women.
ask him a
So
question.
um
Are you
hold
saying?
on, Tricky, let me finish.
No.
Hold on, let me finish real quick.
One question.
Hold on. Remember the
But
question. Remember the question. I want to get the question too because I think I know what it is. Remember the question.
Are you saying though?
Let him finish his thought though. Hold on. Before you
Go ahead.
Hold on. Let me finish his thought. My bad. Momo, go ahead.
So white women from looking at movies and TV, before I had any real interactions and interpersonal relationships with them, I thought they were just like these, like I said, these dainty, like hello, and like, you know what I mean, like this super friendly personality. They was just pure and stuff like that.
On the prairie,
Right, but I was still like more attracted to black women. Like the first black woman I can really remember being attracted to. Remember that movie Commando with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Wow.
You remember? You don't remember Commando?
I don't think I ever saw Commando. You said Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah. And then there was another movie. There was there was also Foxy Brown.
Movie.
So
Commando
I'm saying like
was the movie with the helicopters and he was rescuing his boy.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, he was rescuing his daughter. He was rescuing his daughter. But I'm saying to say like, so I had a certain view of like these white women that was like, they were so like the damsel in distress all the time type of situation. But I didn't view them like, oh, I want me a white woman. When I seen a black woman on TV, like I was always like, that's my crush. Like that's the one I want. That's the one I liked. You know what I mean? So my initial attraction has always been black women. But once I got older and I started like meeting white women and being around them, then I seen like, oh, okay, they not these pristine little princesses that they've been showing me on TV. They not like Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell and all this shit.
They can be bitches too.
So, okay. So I want you to get your question in, Nikki. But are you saying that the way?
Right there.
Oh, okay, bet. But the way that white women were sold to you, you couldn't wait to meet them, and then when you met them, you were disappointed. Like, oh hell no.
I will say this.
That was the moment.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Like explore your options.
Explore our options.
Explore them.
You think
they're out there, like for you, like if you go into a belief that you have, hey, I'm only gonna. I do agree with him saying keeping it, within your race. I do. But explore your options, because ultimately you're only here on this planet for so many years. You got to find the person that makes you happy.
That's right.
You got to find that person. I don't care if she's white, Hispanic.
Yeah, but
I don't care if she's black.
But
I
that's,
don't care if she's fucking Brazilian.
but that's a freedom.
Brazilian
Do you?
girls are hot.
You've never met one ever.
Explore your options, bro.
But do you think black men who are race loyal, black women who are race loyal, that is needed for black people to progress, to actually, stand up and recognize and self-identify themselves? Do you see that struggle or that agenda being
I
needed?
don't even see that, because when you bring up that, then I'm thinking like, well, maybe white people should only date white people.
But white people aren't in danger.
Right?
But white people aren't in danger. Like the risk of
doesn't
race.
matter. It doesn't matter if you're in danger or not. You got to stay on the top, right?
No, it's
stay on the top,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, you could. You have to stay on the top. Yeah.
So the way I look at it is, and the reason I love America is because you got the freedom of choice.
As a fact.
You do what you want to do. And that's who we are. And you know what? If you're black, you're white, guess what? Still your brother. We're Americans. That's a lost fact.
But I want to ask this before you go to that point. But I agree with you. Do you look at black people being race loyal to black as an attack on white?
Say it again.
He already showed you he did.
Do you look at black people being race loyal to themselves, saying, I want to see better conditions for black people, therefore I'm going to trade my dollar with black people?
They honestly have a reason to feel that way.
Do you look at that as an attack? Or do you look at that as, no, that's just them trying to preserve themselves?
I look at it more like we're the melting pot. Didn't we all know that to begin with?
Nope. Black people did not know that.
We're the melting pot. We're basically, you can be a white guy, a black guy. You can have kids with an Asian girl. You can do this. We're the melting pot. We're a mix. Right. We're the mixed breed. It's the way I look at it. Yeah. And the way I look at it, though, like, if you feel like it's an attack, though, on the black community, the young black kids growing up, why don't you go out there and vote and get those people out of there at the lower level? Why don't you do it?
But and when I can appreciate shut
up. I'm still
say man, don't talk to me like that, bro. I'll knock the shit out of you, bitch ass nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? You pale pasted Vienna sausage looking ass motherfucker.
Come on.
Bitch ass up.
All right, my bad. I apologize.
Really?
My bad, man. My bad. Yeah, let's not escalate.
He just called me a bitch ass nigger.
And but you told him to shut up. So I just don't want you.
I said shut up, and I deserve that.
No, he's gonna escalate it. That's what he didn't deserve to be shut up, right? You escalated it, and he chose to escalate it in the manner in which he wanted to. There is no right or wrong there. Both were incorrect. Taking it back before the shut up.
Get it?
What was your point?
Well, what I was saying is like, I don't disagree with because in general, I think the fight for me as a black man has always been to be human. Like, I don't want to be a good black man. I just want to be a good man. But at the end of the day, because of the society we live in, I do have to be conscious of the fact that I am a black man, and I have to, you know what I mean? Like, I have to fight that on that front. I have to fight to get to being just human. And so in general, when I look at relationships, I think that one of the issues is that everybody kind of feels entitled to a monogamous relationship. And the option for different lifestyles is like taboo
So
in most cases.
hold on.
Like there's
I don't
Asian
want to cut
societies.
you off, but
There's some. Hold on, let me finish this. Let me finish my point.
no,
There's
but when
Asian. There's
you're
some like
saying
they
that,
did. Hold on, let me finish my point, and you can go.
can
Let me
I
finish
ask
my.
you
You
a
can
question and I'd like
wait.
you
Let me
to talk?
finish, and then let me get my
I
point
just
out, and then you
I
can
just
ask your question.
do you
Let
think
me get my point out, and you can ask your question right after that. It won't be long.
okay, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is like there's this I don't know if it's just a village or a whole city in Asia where there's no such thing as marriage. So um when they like get somebody pregnant, like you stay with your family your whole life basically. So like say if you have a sister and she gets pregnant by somebody, you, the uncle, are going to be more of a father to the baby than the actual father. Like they'll be around, but he'll always stay with his family and they'll always stay with theirs. There's no such thing as marriage. And so I'm not saying that that's like a better way or the best way. I'm just saying like most of us don't even look at options in life as far as like different lifestyle choices. It's just we feel like we are obligated to grow up and be in a monogamous relationship. And if we can't succeed at that, then like we failures. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there should be a lot more freedom in just lifestyles as it pertains to relationships.
Okay. You think motherfuckers should come up out of monogamous? Okay, Nikki, you still got your question for him? Or did he answer? Look like he might have stepped away. Yeah, that sounds nasty. The only way the family grows is from the women in the family. So once the females in the family get pregnant, that's how the family grows. You know, the men, they go out and, if they have a child, they have a child. But, that's not considered their family. They go back and only the children that come from the women grows the family. It's a way. It might work for them. I think it's an archaic way. I think it's unnecessary at this day and time. I would like to know the reason why they keep it like that. But yeah, I think there's systems. The thing about systems are there's no right or wrong systems. It's people who use them or misuse them, right? So whatever the system is for, whether it's that poly or monogamous, if you're not doing it right, it's unsuccessful. You're gonna have complaints about it and think about other options. That's just it. Can't do a monogamous relationship right doesn't mean you're gonna be able to do a poly or a fucking who did you say these people were? Tibetan.
You could they no they Asian. I don't know. You can look it up. I'm pretty sure if you Google Asian village no marriages,
Yeah, that work.
it'll pop up. But
I believe.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with monogamy. What I'm saying is that because I'm in a monogamous relationship. I'm saying that I think that the fact that more lifestyle options are considered taboo and so far outside of the norm that it forces people who don't want to be or don't really want to be or not good at being in certain type of relationships to have to force themselves to do that because that's what they feel they have to do. And when it comes to like poly and stuff like that, most of the conversation about poly is usually basic because it usually goes like this. The men will say, well, we outnumber y'all. And the women will say, I ain't sharing no dick.
Yeah,
and
that's
so
definitely a basic conversation. That's definitely a basic ass conversation. Because when it comes to poly, what I was taught is that it's an economic thing.
But see, I don't think that it should be any of that. I think poly should be for whoever wants it. Like if that's what you want, it shouldn't be based on any African traditions.
Have more than two husbands, more than one husband.
Right. If all participants are cool with it, yes. And that's what I'm saying. Like I believe in freedom in relationships for what people want. So I don't think that women should not be able to have multiple partners if that's what they want. Like if she want to be married to two men. And in some countries they do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you research, I think what country is that?
They got
yeah, but I'm saying like there are countries where women mostly practice like polygamy or polygyny or whatever you want to call it, more so than the men. Where like the women, I think every couple of years they can choose to add on or take another husband and stuff like that, or like it. I'm gonna get the name of it, but like if you start researching, a lot of these places, they have those types of relationships. And what I'm saying is that, like, whatever it is that a person feels is best for them is what they should do. But it's like I said, most of it is considered taboo or crazy. Like there are people.
Does it get to a point when it's about the community? Like what you're doing personally in your house is affecting the community. The community needs to agree on what type of standard of living we're going to live. We're going to have individually that makes up the whole. Do you see that conflict?
I don't see it as a conflict. I see people being happy and healthy in their romantic relationships being
Okay.
a plus for the community.
Well, what about same-sex marriage? Is it the same standards?
Yeah.
So,
I don't think I'm not against same gender loving people. I think that like I said, if that's how they feel and that's what they want, I don't think that they should be denied that in any type of way. You know what I mean? Like the standards are, don't molest no kids, don't rape nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't sexually assault people.
whether you straight or not. Yeah, no, I get that.
Right. So yeah, so I don't I see them as should being able to have the same freedom to be with who they want to be with and how they want to be with them. Now, as far as like when you start talking about trans and stuff like that, that's not even like my issue with that is not even about like who they having sex with or nothing like that. It's just the fact that if you're a man, you're a man. Or you're a boy, you're a boy. You're a woman, you're a woman. You're a girl, you're a girl. So all that other delusional shit, like I said about Dwayne Wade, like ain't no way my son gonna tell me he's my daughter now. Like nigga, he can be like, hey daddy, or he called me Baba, I think I'm gay. Like I'll be like, damn nigga, you done hurt a nigga heart, but I still love you. We gonna rock, but nigga, you still finna play football, you finna play basketball, you finna box, like you know what I'm saying? You're not finna be wearing no dresses and all this other shit. Like
be a model. You gotta be a model for cross dressers.
Nah, none of that shit. None of that shit. Like you finna take your gay ass out there and play football and be the star motherfucker.
You gonna make me some grandchildren with your gay ass. You gonna make me some grandchildren. Like that's fucked up.
Yeah, like
you give you some grandchildren if your oldest son was gay.
Nah, you know what? I wouldn't, because there's ways around that. So I would hope to see some grandkids. So, but like I said, I mean, I'm as a father, any man will be honest. Like no man wants to have a gay son. Like I don't care, how progressive you are.
Man?
Like you don't.
What about a gay man? You don't think a gay man would want a gay son?
No straight man, I should say. Like don't know straight dude like Magic. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a damn how progressive you are or whatever. Don't know nigga want that shit. But like I said, if it was the case, and I'm happy that it has not been the case thus far. You know what I'm saying? I got a little baby now. My other two boys are grown. So that's not something I've had to deal with as a father. But like I said, if it was the case, I'm gonna love my son regardless. Like we still gonna rock. My sons was my best friends, really still are. You know what I mean? But so that's still gonna be the case. But it's like I said, nigga, get your gay ass in that ring and box. You understand me? Get your sissy ass out there and learn Taekwondo. You're not finna be around here painting your nails and all this. Well, daddy, I don't do that no more. Nah, nigga. Fuck all that. Like you still a boy.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I bet it.
I
Man,
like
what y'all
that.
on, man?
I like
All right, Nikki in the
what he
building.
said.
There you go. Yeah, I'm finna wrap this up, man. This was fun. I know emotions are everywhere and all type of shit. I like this, man. Shout out to Chicky Nikki for coming through, man. Shout out to Moo Moo, man. Shout out to Neekwa B and Moonflower. Real talk. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for y'all patience, man. Those who need to heal, hope you're able to. Those
Hey,
who enjoyed
hit
yourself,
those
man.
like, subscribe.
Yeah. Hit them likes on your way out.
Please do. It helps out his channel. It goes a long way when you hit that like button. Hit that all reminder bell though too. So anytime he's on, you know he's here. You know. So, but I will say one thing. If I can close this for 1 second. I love all the debates we had today. Bottom line. I gotta put my cam on. You lighten up. Bottom line. It comes down to this. We're human. We're people, right? I think we all are people. Like I come from somewhere you guys don't even know. I don't know where you're at. I don't ask. I'm gonna guess Phoenix though, for Suave. And the Suns are looking good. But I don't know anybody on this panel where they're from. So we come here not knowing each other, debating each other, arguing with each other. But bottom line, when it comes down to it, like even Slate, you know why? Because we're here. We have our beliefs. And you can't argue with anyone's beliefs, right? You can debate it. But we're really here, honestly, because we enjoy this. This gave me, I'm sure it gave Suave, a good Monday afternoon.
No, it gave me Tuesday afternoon.
Gave you a good Monday on a Tuesday. Damn, wow.
He gave me a good Tuesday afternoon, but
Tuesday, yeah. Shut up. You guys are funny. But you know what? You're right, too. Man, I'm on Monday.
Not no more.
Not no more.
Appreciate that, Suave, man. Be easy, big bro.
But think about that. Like, everybody here putting in their time, doing what they do, simply is because we love to debate. So hit those likes, subscribe.
Hi, can I say something right quick?
Yeah, Tequila Fortune is in the building. Shout out to you. What's going on?
I'm not leaving now.
The floor is yours.
If that's actually her profile pic, like,
don't perv over a pic. Let it. Hold on. Give it a minute. Hold on.
I'm not gonna sit here and leave when I see that.
Okay, absolutely. Hold on.
Well, I came up here to just address you right quick, sir. I felt quite offended earlier in this conversation, and the reason why I did was because you stereotyped all black women.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I found that offensive.
Tell him. I want to hear this.
You did it. You did it.
I hope you still want to hear it. She's talking to you.
So what did I do?
You said that black women have, like this more snippy attitude, and I would say that that's not the case.
No, it's true.
It's not.
No, it's true.
It's not.
Whatever.
I don't think you've dated many black women.
Well, from my personal experience, I'm saying.
Okay.
They're sassy. And I like that. I never said anything bad about it. I said I liked it. So you can take your little take and take it somewhere else.
So you don't think you get smart with me there when you say you can take your little take?
No, but you absolutely.
If that is your profile pic, I will apologize 100%.
No, she looked like Gabrielle Sidibe. Now, will you still apologize? She looked like a.
I will apologize regardless.
Okay, no, but it was what we saying, because the point he said, a white woman, you say, give me some coffee. She said, yeah, and then you ask a black woman, give me some coffee, and she say, get it yourself. That's what you're saying, Tequila?
Yeah, but no, he was saying it like,
No,
you know,
but that's my personal.
well, you know what? If
That's
that's your
my
personal preference,
personal. Listen, my personal experience. So
okay.
I'm not basing. I even explained that. So for you to come on here, I think I said it's from my personal experience, right?
Yes.
Right?
I
I
guess.
didn't say all black women. I did not say that. I said,
Okay, well, I guess I misheard. I misheard.
so what I would like
Are
to
you?
say to you though is you kind of be one of those women that would tell me to get my own cup of coffee, wouldn't you?
No. If I'm
Oh,
up, if
Yeah,
I'm
you would.
moving,
No. Listen.
it depends on who the
You're
person
saying
is
the
to me. Like
same
that's
exact
crazy.
thing.
No.
No, I wouldn't. But if I was in a relationship with you, guess what would happen? Yeah, I'm getting my ass off the couch myself to get my coffee.
I would beg to differ.
Nah, you're just on YouTube
But
and you're
okay.
just sitting here thinking it's funny. It's not funny to me.
You don't think
It's
he'll get
real.
his own coffee? You think he'll tell his
She
woman,
would
"Give
make
me my
me
coffee"?
get my own coffee.
And
No, I
that
don't.
was my point. You're stereotyping people.
Yeah, I don't think Tequila would be.
I'm
I
not
think Tequila loves
stereotyping
getting
anybody.
her
I'm just
husband
telling
coffee.
you. I can already tell right now the
You
way you
can't tell
talk.
So what?
nothing. See, you can't tell
Based off of
anything.
what?
She be talking like she want to attack me right now. So when
No,
when
absolutely not.
when
I would
when I
never.
think
I would
about
never
it,
attack a person that I don't know.
I'm like this girl about to try to destroy me, and I'm like, nah,
No,
not
only thing
happening.
I said
But
was
if I asked
that
for a cup of coffee, she'd make me walk to get it. She won't admit it, but she knows she
Yeah,
would.
right. Man, I do appreciate y'all. Thank you, Tequila. Real talk.
all right.
I wish you would have got on earlier. I know
I
you.
do want to say something to her though.
Uh,
If I offended you, I apologize.
Well, thank you. And next time you talk to black people, you got to realize that we're sensitive.
It
Most of
doesn't.
us are.
you're
So you got
stereotyping
White people are sensitive too, so don't even say that.
no. Well, I'm going to be I'm going to stereotype you all and say that you all aren't sensitive.
Well, I'm gonna imagine you as that profile pic tonight.
Huh? Okay. Yeah. Should have wrapped it up. Thank y'all, man. No, shout out to the family though, and everybody that came through. Blue Drain Dreamer, Wheat Bread, my bag, man. Y'all just got here. Lima, I know you driving. Shout out to Tricky Nick for coming through, man. Everybody else that came through. This has been another episode of the Argument League. Boom. And we'll be back. Maybe tonight. Might be on Argument League too. Who knows?
Hey, Swab, I want to personally say thank you.
You're welcome, big dog.
Like, thank you for allowing me on the whole stream. So, like, subscribe, like I always say. But Swab, like, I think you got something good going here. Keep it up, bro. You got it going.
Do. Thank you.
Got it going.
Real talk. Appreciate it. This is the boy Swab Boss, man. We out.